Hey guys, welcome back to my Let's Play of Anonymous Code. Last time we were about to start off the concert for the, I almost called them the Powerpuff Girls, but the Cyberforce dolls. And we're just about to get right into the concert, so yeah. I mean, I wonder how, wait, where is it? I wonder what's gonna happen because, like, I feel like the last episode was pretty slice of life. Like, there was no quests or anything. And I don't know, we're gonna get another quest or something, so we'll see. Alright, we're back in.
I tried increasing the size of the text.
It's much easier to read. But now it overlaps with the accessories in the background.
Oh, my bad. I'll bring it down.
We'd started doing the final adjustments at noon, and we reached the final stages by now. When we actually put the air on the stage, the look and feel of some parts were a little off. The concert was going to be open air too, so the sunlight was something we had to think about carefully. We had to adjust a bunch of details to ensure everything looked as awesome as possible.
And we're done.
We should look everything over one last time.
Yeah.
We ran the AR in our heads again. The park was full of families, but we were running the AR in private mode, so nobody else could see what we set up. Oh, that's cool, yeah, private mode. Of course, it would have a thing like that, but that's cool. The kids are preoccupied with the mascots and the activity tents that were set up. Ooh, activity tents? What's the budget on this? I hope they still have energy left for the concert. Nah, no excuses. If we did our job properly, it'd make kids happy no matter how tired they were.
I think it looks good. How about you, Polan?
Yeah, looks fine to me. I think we did everything we could.
We then shared the final version with the CFD. The concert was in 10 minutes. We ended up working to the wire.
Takaoka! Aizaki!
They really finished this thing like last minute. Wind waved as he ran over. He wasn't alone.
Sorry about that. It took some time to round everyone up.
Weren't you coming alone?
Yo,
Ah,
I came to check out the fruits of your
support.
labor.
He invited me too.
Wow, I'm glad you made it.
It's not just them. I'm Dai Ando, but folks call me Undo,
Ooh.
like the function.
Oh wait, I think we saw him at the very first episode or something.
Name's Dub. How's it going?
You haven't met these guys before, right, Momo? These two are our friends. They're mechanics who take care of our grapers.
We're from Tabuchi Motors.
Polon and I enter amateur graper races every now and then.
So you're Graper buddies. Oh, I should introduce myself as well. I'm...
Momo Aizaki, right?
You're Polon's GF.
Everybody thinks
two
the
are together?
GF and Bia.
No, it's just a misunderstanding.
Stop
They're like-
lying.
I'm not!
They don't even believe him when he's telling the truth now.
All you good boys and girls out there,
Oh, I like the echo.
it's time for the Cyberforce Dolls mini concert!
Aw, woo!
Okay, I want everyone in front of the stage.
Let's learn how to prevent cybercrimes together.
Oh my god, I'm such a sim for Iroha. Every time she talks, I'm like, yes, mommy. After hearing Riko's announcements, the kids scattered around the park gathered in front of the stage.
We gotta find a spot too.
Polan, let's stand here.
Sure.
We stood near the middle of the specter area, but we made sure to stay at the edge so we didn't block anything for the kids. Looking around, I realized that Momo was the only person who'd come with me. One and the others had found the place way back. Well, we had a bit of a crowd here, so it makes sense we couldn't all fit together. There were about 30 kids right in front of the stage, and their parents were behind them. Most of the kids looked like they were in elementary school and didn't seem to know what was going on. That was when the CFD walked on stage.
I rock through the digital woods.
No, don't,
splashing
not
water
again!
on every hacking blaze I see. My sweet honeypot is gonna trap all the baddies.
Oh my god, not the
I'm your
intros
cheery,
again.
frisky fawn, Tina. Next up, Rico! How'd you like some medicine shots? Viruses, data tampering? Nothing goes under my radar. You're not leaving till you change your ways. I'm the cool-headed girl that all hackers fear. Rico Sawai.
Oh my god, they're actually doing it for real now, like the intro. That's so nice.
Are you bad-mouthing someone? That's a no. Selling or buying illegal stuff? Sharing naughty pics and vids? Absolutely not.
Stop sipping for this
Good,
woman.
and you'll get a reward from me. I'm your warm,
Oh my
gentle
God.
big sis. Iroha Kyogoku.
Iroha!
We're TMPD Cybersecurity Division.
I've never been so hard for a video game character in my life. Well, I don't know, but not recently at least.
Cyberforce dolls.
I love Iroha's voice actor. I think they did such a good job. I've said that 5 million times. I'll never shut up about it.
Hey, this is cool. They're so cute.
I could hear the kids cheering. I wasn't sure what to make of the CFD when I first met them, but the whole act worked way better on stage. I can see that.
Thank you for coming to the disaster prevention event. We're gonna teach you how bad cybercrimes are and how to prevent them.
And we're going to learn through song.
Aww.
Okay. Are you ready to see the AR?
Switch on all your tablets and BMI.
The audience enabled AR. Most of the kids had tablets, while adults had both tablets and BMI. I thought tablets were outdated, you know?
Get ready for our first song. Uppercase, lowercase, symbols in my password phrase.
What is that name? Oh my god. Oh my god! And we got a sequence! That's so cool and cute. The AR appeared right as the song started. Hold up. That's so cool! Look at all these! Cartoon characters based on tablet, PCs, and other everyday electronics popped out and bounced towards the kids. Aww, that's so cute. I really wanna like not talk over the song, but they danced and acted out the phrases the CFD were singing. All the lyrics were displayed on stage in a long font, so the kids could learn about cybercrimes. Of course, since just displaying them would be boring, we'd make sure to make the entrances and exits more dynamic. Some lyrics fell from the skies, others drove off in cars. We've added as many transitions as we could. We've made it so flower petals and bubbles floated up around the stage every now and then to keep the kids from getting bored. Everything seemed to be going well. Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to butt. The AR stuff was behaving properly and the kids were having fun. The whole venue was filled with smiles and laughter. Even the parents were having a good time enjoying the vibes. The CFD were really putting their all into the performance too. They had busy schedules, but they must have been practicing whenever they found free time. They were alternating between these cheerful but kind of goofy moments and cool looking poses. Watching them was fun. A sense of relief came over me. I was so relaxed that I almost forgot I was on the job. What job? We really nailed the AR and the concert was so fun. Man, it sure felt good to help people. There was no better feeling in the world. I was so scared. I thought something bad was gonna happen in the middle of the concert and I was like, Oh, to Momo's perspective, not interesting. I've never seen a live concert before, only recorded ones. I had no idea how fun they were. The music reached my soul. The stage performance was passionate. The AR direction was lively and intense. And all the children had smiles on their faces. There was applause and cheering. Before I knew it, my body was moving in time with the rhythm. It was just too fun. I'd heard the phrase like a dream before, but truly, that's how this moment felt. I was so proud of the work we've done. From the bottom of my heart, I was grateful that I had the chance to be part of this. I was utterly clueless about so many things before I started, but working together, Polon and I had accomplished something amazing. He was the first person who encouraged me too. Ah, he looked so happy watching them. Polon was standing next to me, watching the concert with a smile on his face and sparkle in his eyes. He glanced around the audience's reactions a few times, but for the most part, his eyes were fixed on the stage. It looked so pure that I couldn't help but smile. I doubt I have felt so at peace if I stayed alone. And this is all because I met Polon. His words are what inspired me to change. I was sure of it now. Our meeting was fated. Why am I getting like flags vibes from this? This is like I'm getting flags somehow right now. Like, you know what I mean? It's too happy. Oh no. And like right before Polon said like he felt something was off. Oh, I don't know. I think those are all signs. The CFD's concert was a roaring success. The kids seemed real happy. I heard them humming the songs and telling their parents they had fun.
Well.
Well, I'm glad that nothing happened in the middle of the concert.
Good job, Momo.
I raised my hand for a high five. Momo didn't leave me hanging, but it was slightly awkward.
It was a great success, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that made up for the disaster last time they performed.
I'm glad to hear that. Let's go and congratulate them.
Yeah. We went backstage where the CFD were joining hands excitedly.
That was so fun! It couldn't have gone better! Yeah, even the weather turned out great this time.
Aww.
So this is what a real concert's like.
You're like, yes, finally a concert that went well.
I know what you mean! We were just like real idols today!
Aw, they were.
We are idols, though. Of the CCO, I mean. Oh, yeah!
Good job up there.
Oh, Momo, and, hold on,
Whoa.
Taco.
Why is she so...
Hey, what's with that attitude?
Yeah, why does she
It's
feel
thanks
this
to
way
me
about
that
it?
the concert was a success, right?
Exactly.
Who do you think you are? It wasn't just you.
I was like, yeah, this awesome Momo.
Though, I'll admit that the AR was good.
It was so much fun.
Well, I must admit that it's clear you took your job seriously. Looks like you can work even within the confines of the law.
Oh my god.
Right, I can. Don't go down on my skills. Momo really pulled her weight too, though.
But only with the direction.
It was really good, though. I'm so glad you put in all the stuff we wanted.
And
Aww.
I'm glad it made you happy.
Momo smiled bashfully.
The concert was actually fun. I'll be in the audience for the next one.
What?
Anyway, we
so
can't stick
fun
around
today.
too long, so we're out of here.
Oh, wait!
Goodbye.
There they go.
Well, they do have to hide from the Holy Office
I've
people.
been so focused on the concert, I didn't realize how starved I was. Let's grab something to eat with everyone before we head home.
Yeah.
Good idea. We should thank them for coming too.
That was when I realized. Something about Olympic contestant Japanese becomes president of the Japanese Esport Union. Interesting.
Huh?
Oh no. Woon and the others were nowhere in sight.
Cross, where are you? I was just thinking we should all get something to eat.
It was you and Momo who worked on the show. Don't mind us. You two go celebrate.
Oh, he's trying to wingman.
He's right. You worked nonstop this whole week. It's mandatory break time for you.
Huh? Mandatory.
Enjoy the last Christmas of the year.
Aw. Imagine if like we were in the timeline where Momo was mad at us for giving her the necklace. Oh my god, how awkward would this be?
A chance like this doesn't come around often. Take it easy.
They're like, you left me. What did he mean by the last Christmas of the year? There was only one Christmas a year. Yeah, I was confused
Did you
about
find
that
out
too.
where they are?
No. They're forcing us to take a break.
Huh?
Wow, he literally said it. Momo was perplexed too. I wasn't surprised. Actually, that helped me relax.
I guess it's fine. You worked sunrise to sunset the last few days, didn't you? You should take a breather.
You worked just as hard
true.
yourself, Polon. You were up all night last night.
Well, doesn't look like we've got a choice. Mandatory break time.
Indeed.
We both nodded, then walked into town. The Sun Mall shopping district was AR decorated in red, white, green, and gold. All colors of Christmas. Are you kidding me? They couldn't put up real ones? I mean, I guess when you do it AR, it takes less time to take it down. So I get it, but like... Every shop, stall, and cafe was open for business. The workers were wearing AR Santa hats and chatting to customers as they sold Christmas chickens? What's a Christmas chicken? Like a... What? Cakes and presents. Every store was overflowing with customers. I felt like I was at a theme park or something. But everyone seemed more interested in having fun than desperately trying to get their shopping done.
So this is a Japanese Christmas. They don't know the true meaning of the holiday, but they all seem so happy. It's a little strange.
Well, we got some unique customs here.
Like,
Corporate
they're
marketing
not
makes
getting
this
it
stuff
right.
popular, but you only give presents to people you're close to or appreciate.
Oh,
Japanese
can you
people don't
explain
give
it?
gifts unless there's an occasion, so I think the Christmas spirit is alive in its own way here.
Yes, this isn't so bad.
Imagine, I wonder what it would be like in the other timeline. Like, did they even come here? Or is she so mad? Like, oh, this commercialism is wrong. Momo and I walked down the crowded street. New AR decorations kept appearing every few steps, and Momo looked at every one of them.
Kinda miss the Christmas I knew. There were a lot of dishes we only made for Christmas, and one of my favorites was this thing called bolore.
Bolo hore? I've never heard of it.
It means king cake, and it resembles a crown. It's covered in crystallized fruit that looks like the crown's jewels. I rarely got to eat sweet things back then, so I always looked forward to it. I remember when I ate all the fruits myself. My parents weren't impressed.
Momo sounded kind of bashful, but she looked happy too. I bet she had lots of good memories of Christmas.
Do you have any memories like that?
It's like, this is the first time I
I only
celebrated
spent
Christmas.
Christmas with my family until I was 5. That's when my mom divorced my dad and left. I've spent Christmas by myself since then, so I don't really have many memories of it.
Hold on.
But just walking around and talking to you is really fun. I feel this is the first time in ages that I'm enjoying Christmas.
Aw,
I have fun when I'm with you
that's
too.
nice.
Maybe that's why I'm talking more than usual.
Glad to hear it.
She did seem more relaxed than she normally
Oh,
was.
yeah. Let me know if there's somewhere you want to check out. We can go wherever you want.
Wherever I want?
She looked around, but then a crowd came between us. I heard an employee in one of the stores that had announcing a Christmas sale. The masses went wild. Momo and I were like ships caught in a storm as the surging crowds kept changing speed and direction.
Hey, stop pushing!
Oh. No, people came between us, and we were separated even further. I tried getting back to her, but the crowds were too crazy. Momo weaved through the gaps and reached out to me. I managed to grab her hand. I pulled and brought her close to me. I like how they moved the sprite closer.
You okay?
I think so.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Still holding on to her, we fought through the flood of people. Damn, her hand was so small and soft. Polar? It was so dainty, I felt like I was gonna lose my grip on it any moment. It was almost like she could tell, because she was holding my hand really tight. I squeezed it back to make sure we didn't get separated. He made it sound like there was a stampede going on in that mall, you know what I mean?
We finally made it out.
The crowds were so wild that we struggled to get out. Oh, they just happen to be here?
Whoa, no. And Oz too.
Nice work on the concert. Kaoru and I watched from a distance, and it looked pretty good.
Aw.
Hey, if you were there, you could have said hi.
Polly, you liar!
She's like, she sees them holding hands. She's so jealous of that.
Huh? What's this about?
Only lovers hold hands like that, right?
Oh, she's so cute. Momo and I suddenly let go of each other's hands.
Sorry.
You're mistaken. I'm the one who took his hand. We almost got lost in a crowd, so...
This explanation is not helping at all.
So you're not lovers?
No.
Then when are you confessing to me?
Confessing?
What?
Confessing what?
Yeah.
You're as dense as ever, aren't you? There's only one thing you can confess, and that's...
I'll stop her. Thank you.
Let's
Thank you.
head back before the food gets cold.
What are you doing? Let go of my hand!
Thank you. Thanks, Oz. Thanks. We owe you one.
I have something important to tell him!
I love you, no, but not pull on, okay? It will be wrong.
There they go.
We should head off too.
Yeah. Let's go somewhere without many people.
We made our way through Nakano, avoiding the crowds on our way to Nakano Sun Plaza viewing platform. Oh, sparkles. There were lots of air decorations here too. There was a few couples and families, but it wasn't as crowded as the other places.
Let's go to the edge. The view should be nice.
Passing through the AR snow. Oh, that's AR snow. We've moved to a quiet corner. The scenery at the other side of the handrails wasn't too bright, but there was a certain charm to the subtle lighting we could make out.
Wow, it's so pretty.
Oh my god, they even put like decorations on the other buildings. It's so funny.
I can see lights so far away. Are they all from buildings?
Yeah, this view isn't too special compared to some other places though.
Really? But there are so many lights. Tokyo is a wonderful city, isn't it? It's brighter than the stars in the sky. Speaking of stars, I remember when my family went stargazing at Christmas, and...
Oh no. Momo fell silent. She looked kinda sad.
What's wrong?
I just thought of Lucia.
You mean the original?
Yes. She died in 2005 at the age of 97.
Dang! She lived pretty long compared to the
But
others.
now I'm here, her copy, living as a teenage girl 30 years after her death. I always knew it was abnormal, but I tried not to think about it. I had a mission to focus on. But now that I've had some time to relax, the ideas caught up with me.
Momo's origins were complicated. I couldn't blame her for dwelling on them.
Who am I?
Momo looked down and fell silent again. I didn't know how to cheer up a girl when she was sad, but Momo was different. She wouldn't want to half-ass platitudes, and that's why I knew what to say to her.
I only know you, Momo. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't tell you the difference between you and Lucia. Nobody else can either. You're the only one that knows both of you, so you're the only one that can decide who you are.
Oh,
You need
that's
to
quite
decide the
true.
answer yourself.
She looked down as she spoke.
Just like Lucia, I want to see the mission through. I want to save the world. That's why I came here.
I wonder what the real Lucia did like all those years, like when she was up to 97, you know? Like,
Yeah.
what was she doing?
You said that
I'm
before.
curious.
But what else?
Well, that's not enough anymore. If I see someone in need, I want to help them. You encouraged me to help people.
She looked up at
I
me.
guess I'm not Lucia.
Why do you think that?
Because she wouldn't have joined Nakano Symphonies. The pain from losing Francisco and Jacinta would not have subsided. But I met you and everyone else. These experiences and the feelings they inspired have changed me. I'm completely different from the original. I couldn't go back now, even if I wanted to.
I could see strength welling up in her eyes again.
Can I take Momo Aizaki as my name? Not as a fake name, but as my real one. To prove that I'm a new person. That I'm no longer Lucia.
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead. If that's what you want, I'm all for it.
Thanks, Polan.
Momo blushed as she smiled at me. She looked away and down at Nakano, at the world celebrating Christmas. A world of innocent people having fun. All of it a single moment in their peaceful lives.
One more month, huh?
Not even a month. At the end of everything was right around the corner.
This world is in our hands now. We have to save it.
Less than a month? That's intense.
No matter what.
So when is Cicada reaching out? I have a slight suspicion that I messed up. Cause
we're just about done here. Time for us to...
Okay. So you know the part where Cicada's like, who's observing you? Maybe I should have opened up the what? Like the load thing. Maybe that would have led to something. I'm not sure. But I mean, we're already here, so we'll just continue down this path and see where it takes us. Why is someone
Chief!
running?
The morgue just contacted us and...
What?
It disappeared!
What's it?
Calm down. What disappeared?
Yeah.
Davide Yasue's body!
What?
No, I don't want to hear like another officer can resurrect dead people. So I'll be like... Not
So
this
you were
sussy
successful.
looking biatch.
Well done.
Who are we? Who are we? Like, whose perspective
Now,
is this?
please tell them to bring him to us.
Don't tell me that. Like, she's talking to the player. Because that'd be messed
But
up.
he's
Oh, never
only
mind.
just woken up.
His next mission awaits. Make the arrangements immediately.
Next mission? I thought
Very
he was
well.
dead. The priest walked away, but stopped for a moment. He seemed perplexed by something.
Felino Arcana, may I have your thoughts? We've been faced with a great deal of unexpected events. Is the Lord testing us? Or could it be that he does not desire that the end...
Behold, ye despisers, and wonder and perish. For I work a work in your days. A
What?
work which ye shall in no wise believe, though a man declare it unto you. Acts 13:41. Do what must be done, and wait for the time to come.
Thank you for your words.
The priest expressed his gratitude and excused himself. After seeing him off, Felino took out a tablet and played a video. It displayed something from age-long past, but the quality was clear and it was a simulation generated by Necro Pilgrimage. It showed October 13, 1917, the day of the final miracle of Fatima. I'm just gonna let it zoom out. These people are like, oh my god, what is happening? An unnerving sound resonated all around. Somebody pointed at the sky, and those nearby looked up at once. Something abnormal was unfolding above. The sun was revolving with great intensity. It was akin to the wheel of a train or a spinning firework. Suddenly, as its rays danced downward, the sun seemed to be split apart. Brilliant fragments scattered to the surroundings like the juice of a fruit. Each was an arrow of light. Over and over, they flew to the distant horizon. Rather than cowering, people cheered at the miracle taking place before their eyes. Their voices grew louder until the cacophony overwhelmed the unsettling sound of the darting fragments.
No mere mortal can understand the true meaning of the acts of God. They could not have known that this sound was binary, static noise, nor that it was counting down to the end. Lord, I express my deepest gratitude for this sign.
What is going on? Why is Davide not dead? Or like resurrected, or what is going on? After Polon and I had dinner, he walked me to the hotel I was staying at. We were staying at hotels in and around Nakano, and this was tonight's accommodation. Rosario was already in the room.
I just called Rosario. I'll stay with you until she comes down.
I'm sorry for the hassle.
No worries. We can't take our chances with the Holy Office.
Security had been tightened, but that didn't mean we could relax. We were still being as cautious as possible.
Hold on. Thanks for everything today. I had a very nice time.
Glad to hear that. I had fun hanging out with you too.
The automatic door opened behind me. I turned
Rosario,
around. Huh? Intense pain seized my back. What? That's Juno, isn't it? We teleported this biatch. The next thing I knew, I was being forced against the wall nowhere near the front of the hotel. I had no idea why this was happening. It's freaking Juno, man. But she smells the perfume. It's... Ah! Calm down. But I could smell perfume. Following the scent, I looked ahead. Oh god. Oh god, don't look at me like that. I saw her.
Tell me.
What the F? I don't want to be looking like
about
this.
Kent Korihisa?
What?
I know you've been snooping around, looking for him.
Oh god. I can't teleport as well.
Just what are you to Kent? I said tell me! Answer me!
Oh shoot. Her eyes were full of vitriol.
What will you do with that knowledge? And what about you? How do you know his name?
Pretty much only those associated with the Holy Office 513. Why am I struggling? Pretty much only those associated with the Holy Office 513 knew about Kent Korihisa. Was she an agent too? I had a bad feeling. Okay. I had a bad feeling about this. I always had a bad feeling about her. Oh yeah, I could call Polon using my BMI. She's a hacker, dude. But before I had the chance.
Of course I know his name. I'm his little sister.
Huh? What? Oh, since when did... No wonder she's top of the billboards. This is clear chapter 6. So I guess we're in chapter 7. Okay, that explains a lot. We never knew he had a little sister, but that explains why she's top of the quest rankings and she's such a good hacker. Maybe she like had the skills from her brothers. And she really wanted to find him, I guess. The sturdy gate opened and a luxurious black car passed through on its way out of the residence grounds. Oh, a moment later, a hooded man stepped in front of the vehicle. 2 members of the hired security police jumped out to confront him.
Out of the way!
Having identified him as a threat, the officers raised their hands.
Don't move! Put your hands up or we'll shoot!
You won't.
What? The hooded man maintained a calm expression. Next thing they knew, he had passed by the officers and knocked on the window at the back of the car. The window opened up. Inside sat Secretary General Shunjin Nimura, advisor for the ruling party's leader. Nimura commanded immense political authority.
Are you with the Holy Office 513?
Look at this. He explains Look at this. He's definitely with the Holy Office 513.
This man's a guest of mine.
We're working together? The officers relaxed their
State your
guard.
business.
I have a message from Felino Arcana. It is now your turn to lend us a hand.
Oh god. Oh god. Not forgetting good vibes.
The coordinates lead here.
Jeez,
I'll look
where's
around.
this? Momo got out of Rosario's car and went into the alleyway. I parked my graper and followed her with Rosario. Oh, so how did she get out of that situation? It was December 31st. Okay, interesting. The motors thing. It was December 31st and Tokyo was in an end-of-year mood. Its residents were either deep cleaning or heading home with bags of shopping. Wow. Hatsumode Shrine with the gang, yeah? I pick Arayakushi Baishon Temple. Huh. In another 3 hours, 2037 would be over. Though, through the bustle, we made our way to Shibuya to do some cryptanalyses. Cryptanalysis? I'm struggling with my words. We weren't analyzing a code from Cicada 301, though it was a challenge set up by Juno. Come on, like, why is everyone giving us challenges? Stop.
There you are!
Momo had vanished while we were waiting in front of the hotel. I found her in a nearby back alley. Momo was standing with her back to the wall, with Juno right in front of her.
Of course I know his name. I'm his little sister.
Let her go!
I shouted as I sprinted towards her, and Juno readily released her.
You okay, Momo?
Yes.
Juno, are you really Cicada's sister?
That has nothing to do with you.
We're investigating the guy. Come on, tell me.
Tell you? The one who took the quests from me? The one who wrecked my plans? Why? Why?
Oh, what's her plan? She's like, how dare you stop me from finding my older brother?
Oh, if only you didn't exist. You ruined everything. Unforgivable. I can't stomach the sight of you.
Everyone's free to join the quests. That's what Ken Korihisa wants.
Don't you dare speak his name, you psychotic stalker!
What?
Kent's mine. Stay away from him.
Oh, she's... I don't know about who's the psychotic one here, but it seems like this person right here looks a little more psychotic to me. What kind of... I think she's just a little obsessed with his older brother, like...
I'm going to meet him no matter what. I want to save the world with him.
And you think you're qualified to do that?
It's like you. You don't know how to do anything.
Prove it.
Prove it? This is...
Momo shared an image of a painting with me.
Solve this.
Oh my god,
what if you make it to the final place, you'll have my approval. I might even tell you Kent's secret.
Kent's secret. Okay, now we've been taking quests from Juno too. God, this is exhausting.
Secret? What do you...
It looks like the psychoticness runs in the family. Like, they both be killing people and, you know. Juno was gone before Momo could finish. Since that day, Momo had been leading us around as we solved codes Juno had left. Solving codes yielded coordinates that led to more codes leading to more coordinates. The cycle was still going, but this time it had brought us here.
Oh, the sign!
Momo pointed at a flower crest. This is the Ayard sign we'd found at all the coordinates. When Momo touched the crest, a speech bubble appeared. Text floated inside it.
It says... This is where, on July 2nd, 1999, Kent treated the wound I got when I tripped over.
Now we really know she's obsessed. And how old is she, by the way? 1999?
She sure loves hyping up her bro, huh?
All the other chords led to text saying similar stuff. We came to realize that Juno was actually Cicada's sister, but honestly, I was tired of her going on about it.
The date's gone down again. This might be over soon. Now, for the next code...
I found it. It's on that wall.
When Momo turned to look where Rosario was pointing, she froze. Huh? No, that's... She raised her hands to her temple as her pupils twitched wildly.
Hey, you okay?
Oh no, is she getting a vision?
I just saw a vision. So many people died.
Do we have another quest?
Hello, we are certain that this time we will find the brilliant individuals we seek. Good luck, 3301. Why do we have another one? Like, stop. We already solved 2 quests. I was like, impossible. Was that not good enough for you, Cicada? And last time he was like, this time we'll find what we need. Okay, did you find what you need? No you didn't. Stop playing with us. Win shared a 4chan post with me. It had been posted by...
Cicada posted a new quest.
I mean, I guess we finally have a quest.
Right on cue.
I didn't think he'd post any more quests this year, but he found time to squeeze one more in. Man can't even let people enjoy the last day of the year? They are psychopaths. They are. Juno showed up too. Still, I was obviously going to be the one who would end up solving.
Whoa!
Huh? 4chan/hack/board was suddenly being spammed by Juno's words. Oh shoot. I'm the winner this time. It has to be me. Back off. No one gets in my way. Interfere and you'll pay. Don't you dare challenge me. I can't see the last one.
Fuck! She's being a pain in the...
Yes, I can't see any other posters. Juno showed no signs of stopping though. Damn, she's gonna spam everything.
What? 4chan went down?
Oh, yo. She's serious.
Did Juno do that?
Yeah, she overloaded the server with all her posts. It's sabotage.
That woman.
Hey, you checked 4chan?
I was there when it went offline. Let's use some other site.
We can't. All the hacker hangouts are down.
Oh.
What? Does this mean we gotta solve it by ourselves?
In the worst case scenario, yeah. I'll look for a way to get in touch with other hackers.
Can I leave Juno's code to you? We're gonna try to solve Cicadas.
The quest is the highest priority, isn't it? We should work on it together.
That's true. Like, should they split or...
But we can't ignore Juno's code either.
Dang, they didn't make a choice
to catch
here.
Korihisa. We should work on this too.
But...
Please help me, Rosario.
They can handle the quest without us.
Very well. I'll help you as best as I can.
You got the gadget, Momo?
Yes, right here.
Momo took out a cylindrical device about the size of her palm. It was a hockey puck. This is what Nona made for us to use against Sacraments. Her very blocky. It created electromagnetic interference across an area 4 meters in diameter and could nullify electromagnetic waves of any intensity. Momo and I both had one. Oh, thanks, Nona. So nice. If the agents attacked us, we could at least use them to buy ourselves time to escape. Maybe they could even neutralize the agents' powers too.
Good luck.
Okay, I feel a little safer now.
You too, Momo.
And she has Rosario by her side. Like, she's a badass assassin. She should be fine.
They're all down. Even the social media sites that aren't for hackers are gone.
Dang.
The info exchanges on the dark web are offline too.
What the?
She's so annoying.
She really thought of everything, huh? 2 hours had passed since Cicada 3301 posted his new quest. Juno used DDoS attacks to bring down all the social media servers, including ones unrelated to hacker-centric sites. I mean, if Cicada posts on 4chan to get info out, like, how are we even supposed to get info if we don't see 4chan?
Holy look! The comments on this video! Hackers are talking!
Whoa, nice! Wait,
Bruh.
it's down already?
And I just found it! Juno is a meanie!
That's messed up. I took a sip of 7-Cup to cool my head. Despite what was happening, hackers were putting their heads together and actually making progress on the quest. The hint from the first image was a number, and searching that number led to a different image. On top of that, Juno's DDoS attacks weren't letting up. Well, let's read the first hint. Oh, this is so long. For the human body is so designated by nature that the face, from the chin to the top of the forehead, and the lowest roots of the hair is a tenth part of the whole height. Wait, let me think. The face from the chin to the top of the forehead and is a tenth part of the whole height. Interesting, because I I draw, right? So when I study anatomy, it was like the head, I guess from the chin to like the top of your head is like usually 1/6 or 1/7 of your body. I don't know, I think like that was a anatomy I learned, but I guess this is like it's talking from here to here instead of to the top of the head, so this is 1/10 of the whole height. That's interesting. I will go test that out. Art knowledge coming in handy. Let's see, the open hand from the wrist to the tip of the middle finger is just the same. What? Okay, from the like is it saying that the bottom of your wrist, like compared to the chin, and then the top is like where your hairline is? I mean, it's a little bit off, I think, but it's kind of similar. Wait, it's actually kind of similar, I think. What? That's crazy. Okay, dude, I'm getting anatomy lessons from this. Yes. Let's see. What's it called? The head from the chin to the crown is an eighth. With the neck and shoulder. Okay, I think that's what I talked about earlier. Yeah. And with the neck and the shoulder from the top of the breast to the lower roots of the hair is a sixth. Oh, it's going down. It was like 10, 8, something. I think it's talking about numbers. From the middle of the breast to the summit of the crown. Wait, I actually want to test out these things to see if it's true. I know I'm like taking so long on this, but I'm actually curious. What's it called? The neck and shoulder from the top of the breast to the lower roots of the hair is a sixth. What? Interesting. The middle of the breast to the summit of the crown. Is it here? The fourth? We take what? Really? Is that? We take the height of the face itself. The distance from the bottom of the chin to the underside of the nostrils is 1/3 of it. I did hear about this. Yeah. The nose from under the side of the nostrils to a line between the eyebrows is the same. Wait, the underside of the nostrils. Yeah. Exactly. The third. From there, the lowest roots of the hair is also a third, comprising the forehead. The length of the foot is 1/6 of the height of the body. Interesting. I'll be noting that for my drawings. I hope. The forearm, 1/4. The breadth of the breast is also 1/4. The other members, too, have their own symmetrical proportions, and it was by employing them that the famous painter and sculptors of antiquity attained to great and endless renown. I love anatomy. I think like anatomy is something I'm trying to learn better in drawing, because I feel like I don't know why I'm starting to talk about art and anatomy in the literal middle of this quest, but like I don't know, I just think it's interesting. Next hint, multiply the 3 prime numbers, replace square with the results. HTTP W blah blah blah, okay. Nakano Symphonies had only found 2 of the 3 prime numbers. What do you mean by a prime number? Huh? Which 3? The 3301 and Cicada 3301 was a prime number, but it wasn't the right one. How do you know that? Knowing what the other hackers were thinking would have helped, but that was out of the question.
Look at this.
The source code?
Yeah, they're leaving comments in the source code of a news site. Someone here found all 3 prime numbers.
I'll try him out.
We noticed that the image dimensions were prime numbers too, but we overlooked its file size. Multiplying them together got us 376171091. So we switch that figure in for the square in the URL.
A 404 error? What does that error mean again?
Not found.
Means that a page with that address doesn't exist.
We tried redoing the calculation and assessing the site again, but the result was the same.
Guess we were wrong?
Yeah, the other hackers are already looking for more prime numbers.
The hackers exchanging info through the source code had already given up on the 404 page. In that case...
Let's think this through first. I'm gonna investigate the page a little more.
Huh? But it's the wrong place.
I feel like there's more to it than we can see.
Yeah. Honestly though, I wanted to check it out because I knew there was no point doing the same thing as all the other hackers.
So...
Yeah, maybe it's like hidden in that 404 page because they think that people would just give up thinking it's the wrong one. But I looked at the page again. It didn't seem different from any other 404 error. Spelling was the same, the text was displayed normally, there were no hidden messages. Nothing about it was special. Maybe there was something in the source code.
Hold on, you might be onto something. This page was made a year ago.
Huh?
There were only two types of 404 error pages. One type was automatically produced by the browser, and the other was prepared by the home page's creators. Since this error page was made a year ago, it had to be the latter, meaning that Cicada himself might have made it.
Wait, what? Bad news! You should close that page right now!
Huh? Why?
A bunch of people are saying that the page made them feel nauseous and made their children collapse.
What?
Wait, what? Something's making the hackers queasy?
Huh? No, it's just happening to kids.
A phenomenon that only affected kids and did nothing to adults? Is this a hearing thing?
Cross, does the page have any sound?
Sound?
Yeah.
Let me check.
Isn't there like frequencies that only kids could hear but not adults? He moved his hand over his input device.
Found something. It's an audio file.
Thanks.
I played it then.
What the hell? Nothing? That's some scary shit.
No, it's not nothing. We just can't hear it.
Huh? What do you mean?
I get no not over here.
You remember those toys from a while back? The ones with audio comms? The little remote-controlled cars? I got someone to buy one for me when I was a kid, but I started feeling like crap as soon as I played with it. I puked my guts out. I thought it was just cold, but my friends said the same thing happened to them.
Were the toys cursed?
No, there was a problem with the audio comm frequency. The input data was supposed to be sent using inaudible frequencies, but by some mistake, they used a frequency that kids could hear. So many kids were affected that the toys eventually got recalled. I even returned mine and got a different toy.
How come only kids could hear it?
Kids have a wider audible range than adults. Their ears can pick up more frequencies.
Oh, that makes sense.
I visualized the waveform of the sound file, and yeah, something's definitely there.
Just two sounds, huh?
1, 3, 2, 1?
It could be binary.
Can you convert it?
Give me a sec.
Grass uses his input device like a DJ.
1000101 100. Converting it to ASCII code gives you EGG. Egg.
Whoa! That's awesome! We got our next hint! Why egg, though?
No idea.
When's Cicada gonna quit it with his goddamn codes?
Our reward for making sense of these codes was just more stupid codes, and these siblings had to chill. Yeah, they did. I drank some 7-Cup to stop myself from getting pissed off.
Hey, you said this page was made a year ago. Are there any signs it was updated after that? Anything he added later would be pretty sus, right?
It was made a year ago and hasn't been touched since.
You know he was praying for this stuff.
There was a quest on New Year's Eve last year, too. It's pretty crazy to think he made this page while that was happening, huh?
That was the pool hack, wasn't it?
Yep, the one where some BMI virus took control over people's visions.
The scenery intercept quest.
Let's see what that one's about. A hack directed at the target's BMI vision. It allows for spying by seeing what the target sees, but it could also be used to make the target see fake visuals. That's chaotic. That was the first quest that had led to fatalities. Oof. The virus has spread through Seattle and infected people's BMI through Wi-Fi connections, as well as changing what people saw. It hijacked their nervous systems and manipulated their emotions, driving them to jump off buildings. That's messed up. 11 people were killed, totally at random. What exactly the victims saw, as well as how they felt, remain unknown. But it was known that people who committed suicide had cheerful looks on their faces, like they were diving into a swimming pool. Yeah, like I was thinking, like imagine someone's driving and then they don't see like a cliff in front of them or something, like, and then they crash, you know? That was how I got the name Pool Hack. Oh, that's messed up.
That shit left a bad taste in my mouth.
There was even a countdown until the nights.
It was a second quest Cicada Video one posted after his reappearance on May 5th, 2036. It was also the first quest Ross and I took part in. I didn't have my saving and loading ability back then, so all we could do was watch as the victims threw themselves to their deaths. That's sad.
Is this what the egg meant?
What, you found something?
Look.
You are currently watching live footage from our drone.
What?
According to witnesses, people suddenly started gathering at the helipad on Shinjuku's Egg Tower about half an hour ago. The tower's integrity was called into question after the sad morning, so it was designated off-limits to the public in case it collapsed. As such, an extremely dangerous situation could be unfolding. More than 50 people have gathered now. Who are they, and what do they want?
Oh no.
There's a countdown on the other building.
Oh god.
It's just like the pool hack. It's gotta be the quest.
Did Cicada plan this event a whole year ago?
The people on the helipad were looking up at the sky, all spaced out. They were staggering around like they were hypnotized. If this was Pool Hack 2.0, then once the countdown reached 0, more than 50 people were going to jump to the deaths. We had about 54 minutes left. The countdown was scheduled to end 5 minutes into the new year. This one had the same setup as the last one. We could prepare a digital vaccine and then remotely.
The hackers are saying that those people's BMI are offline.
What?
They're not on the scene, so it's not like they've tried infrared or close-range radio yet. But...
Whoa, hold on. You're saying we have to wire up and install the vaccine into everyone individually?
That depends on what we find out, but it's possible.
Even if we looked into and found the cause, how much time would we have left? How many seconds would we have to use for each of them? Even if I went into the helicopter this second, I'd have to vaccinate each person in under a minute. Could we make it? Yeah, that's true.
I didn't have the time to think about this. I'm heading to the tower. I'll see what's what when I get there.
Damn. That's intense. Okay, Momo's perspective. The Akusa crater was a truer example of the sad morning's devastation than the one in Shinjuku. Oh, and it's moving. The rubble in the area had shifted slightly during the rescue operations, but the dust has been settled since. Warped steel beams, glass fragments, and the collapsed walls of skyscrapers covered the ground. The bottom of the crater was filled with rainwater, and the moonlight glimmered across the surface.
The coordinates are in there?
Uneasy, Rosario looked up at the mountain of rubble. It was hard to tell whether there was even enough space for someone to squeeze through, so her doubts were justified.
You should be able to see the path if you use the BMI sensors.
Infrared, thermal, landscape. Poland had taught me about the many BMI functions.
Let's just keep moving forward. I don't know where we'll end up, but we don't have time to be standing still.
Interesting.
Here it is.
Give me 1 second. Maybe I should move this over here so you guys can see the countdown timer. Yeah, because it's on that side. We have 39 minutes left. The egg tower hadn't suffered a direct hit, but it was still in a blast zone, and as a result, it upholded a hotbed of debris. Ooh, that does not look good. That's why it's been completely sealed off. It was only a matter of time until it was demolished. Had the people get in, a large earthquake would probably be enough to bring it down. And right now, there were more than 50 people standing on its helipad. Cicada must have restored its electricity. I could see some lights shining up there. Police officers surrounded the building. There was no tape to cordon off the area yet, so they couldn't have been here long. Some MSM crews were doing live broadcasts about the situation too. There were some curious onlookers around as well, but only about 10 so far. I saw the countdown video the hackers had set up. I felt like time was melting away.
I'm checking the foreign news, and it looks like the only pool hack going on is the egg tower one.
During the last pool hack, multiple people committed suicide from high-rise buildings, and the face hack blew up in a global crisis. Since this quest was focused in one spot, Cicada could have been targeting me. Oh, even if that worked out for us, I didn't know how to feel about everyone else who'd gotten involved. It was our fault they were in danger. We had to take care of this somehow.
There's gotta be other ways this pool hack's different from the last one. We have to be thorough as we work.
And we should watch out for Juno too.
Yeah, freaking Juno, man. There's no way she was gonna stop the DDoS attacks. She was probably gonna come here and try completing the quest herself. And if Juno was here, she was gonna get in our way for sure.
I'll use the neighboring building to try and analyze the situation at the helipad.
I'll help you guys.
All right, then I'll climb the egg tower.
If I went straight to the helipad, I'd probably get attacked by Juno. She was a phantom who could disappear and reappear at will. There was no telling what she'd do, so if something happened, I'd just come back here.
Let's see.
Police had the front entrance covered, and I had to go in another way. After making my way through the underground, I snuck into the first basement floor of the building. I went up the stairs. Oh, and saw the entrance from inside. But beside it... Okay.
I'll think about it.
Maybe we should see what happens. The intense scent of her perfume was filling the air.
What are you doing here? What about my code? Where's the girl? I thought she meant something to you.
Don't think of doing anything.
Of course she does. But I know I can depend on her too. That's why I trusted her with getting your code.
You truly are the worst. It's like you enjoy being a thorn in my side.
I don't want to hear that from you. You're the one who keeps getting in our way. You made an enemy of every hacker in the world. But I can't say I expected you to be wasting time here. If you're here to complete the quest, shouldn't you go to the helipad?
You should know by now that quests are never that simple. I will stay here and eliminate my enemies until I'm certain that victory is mine.
Don't distract me.
Fine.
Why not run back to your girl's side? If you leave now, I won't kill you.
Are you gonna run me over with a train if I stay?
A train?
I'm asking if you're gonna teleport me to some train tracks.
What do you know?
Don't distract me.
She's gonna kill us.
I'm just talking about something from the past that didn't happen.
It didn't happen? But it did, didn't it? Juno glared at me, her eyes ablaze with malice.
I'm figuring this out.
If I wanted to complete the quest, I was gonna have to incapacitate her somehow. We wanted different things, so cooperation wasn't an option. I looked around for something I could use. Decorative plants, paintings, statues, lights. Am I dead? Suddenly, Juno disappeared from my peripheral vision. Am I dead? Where? Where'd she go? I spun around, but there was no sign of her. Is this game over? Let's hear that voice line. Last time she said something like that, she killed us, so I might be dead, but at least if I'm dying, I want to listen to her voice line. Where is it? The backlog. Backlog. Let's hear her nice voice.
Lamentabile. Plaintively.
I heard a voice behind me, then felt something touch my shoulder. GG's. Oh, bruh. What do you mean? And the scenery changed. Hazy blue clouded my sight. And you still won't let me? A sudden cold pressure enveloped my body. And you still won't let me teleport you. Every breath transformed into bubbles that rose upwards. And there's a shark in front of you. I was underwater. Yes, you are. The moment I realized, I started searching desperately for a way to the surface. It's called teleporting out. Luckily, I couldn't feel a current acting on me like it would be in a river or an ocean. But the scenery below looked like a seabed. Polon doesn't like to be saved. A shark passed right by me. Shit. Still won't teleport. I pumped my limbs wildly trying to get myself to the surface. Why don't you just let me teleport? I didn't even have time to check if the shark was after me. The sudden dangerous situation and the lack of oxygen had made my head blank, and all I could do was just swim to the surface. Okay. I burst from the water, then leapt out of the tank as fast as I could. At least my limbs were intact. It looked like I made it out in one piece. The fuck happened?
Gotta breathe.
Hold on. You good?
Juno got me. She threw me into a shark tank. Gotta.
What is wrong with her?
Breathe.
The Egg Tower has an aquarium?
No, she sent me somewhere else.
Where?
It says you're in Shinagawa.
What the fuck is that?
Wait, really? So she really is a phantom. She actually can disappear and reappear. Please tell me the details.
Maybe if we tell her she can help us figure
If I had
something
the
out.
details, I wouldn't be soaking wet in Shinagawa.
But without any specifics, we can't analyze Juno's behavior or prepare any countermeasures. You weren't recording your vision?
Gotta breathe.
I didn't think of that.
Gotta breathe.
I've had my eye on Juno for a while, and I have some theories of my own.
Maybe we had to go back and record it.
If I can analyze the exact moments she uses her phantom skills, I should be able to help you.
Yeah, let's load back to the Egg Tower for another showdown with Juno. Let's do that. Let's figure out the secrets of how she does these things.
Hey, you want to see Juno doing her phantom thing?
Excuse me?
I can send you a clip, so analyze it for a way to stop her.
You're going to expose her secret? That's so cool!
Oh my god.
I'll gladly help. Heck, I'm so excited my hands are shaking.
I'm counting on you, Miss Lid.
We are. Maybe we'll finally understand how this was. Juno is in the Egg Tower, just like
Where's
before.
the girl?
I thought she meant something to you.
Of course she does. But I know I can depend on her too. That's why I trusted her with getting your code.
I said the same stuff as last time and waited for her to do her thing.
I'm asking if you're gonna teleport me to some train tracks.
What do you know?
I'm just talking about something from the past that didn't happen.
But it did happen. I turned on my BMI's recording function. Huh? Juno disappeared. I turned around, but she was nowhere in sight.
Lamentabile. Plaintively.
Okay, it seems like she says these words before she does it, so does this have anything to do with anything? A voice from behind me. I broke into a sprint before she could touch me. Kicking off the ground, I ran as fast as I could. Her shocked voice trailed off, but I had to focus. I barreled outside through the front entrance. Passing by the officers, I made it to the main street. After confirming Juno wasn't chasing after me, I stopped in place. I sent the recording to Miss Lid.
This footage is amazing! The way she disappears is practically teleportation.
Right? If she touches you, she can instantly send you somewhere else.
She can do it to other people too? That makes it even more interesting.
I'll be waiting on your analysis. I need a strategy too.
There was no way I'd get anywhere near the helipad without a counter to Juno's skills. I could help Cross and win until Miss Lid was done with her analysis. Oh no. I saw a police car come to stop nearby. Its doors open and I'm getting bad vibes.
Oh, shit! Hey, it's the Cyberforce dolls.
Why do they look so sad? Maybe the CCO had some juicy info about the pool hack that we missed somehow. I figured it'd be a good idea to talk to them before meeting up with Cross and Win. Whoa. Interesting. We followed the path using BMI sensors and ended up at an entrance to the underground. It was one of the so-called service tunnels spread throughout the city and was full of communication cables. The coordinates given by Juno's code led somewhere beyond this tunnel, so we moved forward with flashlights in hand.
Be careful. There's more rubble here.
Oof. Many places nearby had collapsed following the sad morning. We had to crawl in places, pass through the flooded areas, and even the longer paths where even that was impossible.
Momo, look over there.
Rosario used her flashlight to light the path ahead. There,
A door.
I saw it. It was a metallic door, and so pristine that it felt out of place. It had clearly been installed after the sad morning. There was an electronic lock on it, with a device for a password input.
We're at the coordinates.
So the place is past this door. It looks like we need a password, though.
If I had
12,
to guess,
23.
I used the 4-digit number I'd seen during the process that led to these coordinates. Huh?
It worked!
What did that... I'm trying to understand how she saw those numbers, but okay. I twisted the knob and pushed open the door. A faint light leaked out from inside. I opened the door further and stepped through. What? It was a space about 16 square meters in size. Is Kent dead? What is this? It felt like an apartment room without any windows. Unlike its new metallic door, this room was quite dilapidated. Was this part of the service tunnels? Was this installed later? Or was it accidentally buried during the sad morning? A number of candles lit the room, and in the middle was a large, peculiar box. It was made of marble and glass and sat on an elevated platform. It was longer horizontally, about as big as a fridge on its side. Through the glass, I saw that it was filled with flowers.
What is that?
Let's take a look.
A dead body? We moved closer and looked down at it. Is it Kent? Frickin' knew it! I could feel myself turning pale. It is Kent! What is going on? Nausea washed over me. The sight before me was like something from a nightmare.
Kent Korihisa?
What's going on?
How?
Inside the box slept Kent Korihisa. He wasn't breathing. It looked like he'd been preserved with a staggering level of care.
It's obviously a fake. That woman is trying to trick us. And I'll prove it.
Huh. Rosario reached for the coffin. At that moment, we felt someone join us.
So, you made it all the way here.
Oh god.
Juno! What is going on here? Why is Kent Korihisa?
As you can see, he's dead.
So who's Takeda?
Congratulations! Now you know his secret!
That can't be true. If he's dead, why are the quests still happening? Who is Cicada?
That's why she's trying to figure out how so badly, huh?
Did you kill him? How dare you suggest such a thing? As if I'd kill my beloved!
Oh, you can't.
How did he die then? Can you prove that this corpse is really him?
There was an accident.
Oh.
He was in a cold sleep machine for
God.
a long time, resting. He said, in order to circumvent the end, he needed his brain to stay young.
Oh,
He was so beautiful that I made a habit of simply watching him sleep.
Okay, that's not
If
creepy at
those
all.
days were waking dreams, then February 6, 2036 was the day I woke up.
That must be the day he died.
On the sad morning?
He came out of cold sleep shortly before that, and then he was reduced to splattered bits of flesh.
What the?
He was caught in the SA-4D attack. By the time I found him,
That's
he was
sad.
already dead.
It's messed up. Then she restored him.
No.
I moved the rubble off of my brother and gathered him as thoroughly as I could. His hair, his teeth, his nails and flesh and blood.
Oh, God.
That's right. I used a sponge to soak up the fluid and wrung it out into a bucket.
What is... Oh, that is so
He was
gross.
in pieces, but he was just as adorable.
What is...
I put him back together, taking my time, enjoying every second of it.
So what? He was in pieces, but he was just as adorable? Who's... Hey, you know something deeply wrong with her, okay? I mean, we knew all this time, but... Oh god, that was too graphic for me. Yeah, wow. I need a moment to process this. Like, what did I just listen to? I'm having a wild theory that somehow we have to reload back in time. Or like something about the present could change the past, so maybe there's a way that we could prevent the sad morning. I'm not sure.
You can't imagine how I felt when I finally put him into the coffin, whole again. Look at him. I reassembled him perfectly, didn't I?
How's it even
no
possible?
one would think he'd been crushed by so much rubble. Oh, dear brother, you're as beautiful as ever. Still the Kent I've loved for as long as I can recall, and no different from when I first wanted you.
Oh, this episode is killing me. I can't process this. With a gentle smile on her face, she kissed the glass coffin.
You understand now, don't you? You can't have him, no matter what you do.
Okay, I want to get away from this woman.
Don't come anywhere near my brother ever again! And don't you dare investigate him any further! Leave this place! Be gone!
Gee, she's angry. With a terrifying expression on her face, she grabbed us by the shoulder and marched us out of the room. At least she didn't teleport you out of it. Well, then who's making these quests?
Hold on, Takaoka. You were here after all.
Perfect timing. I was gathering info about the pool hack. People up there are gonna jump off soon, so let's work together and get this done.
Something
We
feels off.
can't. We're not here for the quest.
What?
Where's Momo Aizaki?
Not with me.
I can see that. I'm asking you where she is.
Oh no.
Didn't you get her contact info?
She's offline. I can't call her. Hey, where is she?
Hold on, why are you being so cold? What's wrong with you? Hey, don't you two think there's something up with her?
Something wrong with them too. I'd figure Riku and Irha would agree, but
We can't chat right now.
what's going
Just
on?
answer our questions.
Whoa, what the hell?
Something wasn't right with them, obviously. They said they weren't even after the quest. Had something happened?
Hey, if you see any cops, turn and run.
Oh, what?
Huh?
The TMPD are working with the Holy Office. Some of its departments are trying to capture the little lady.
Oh shit.
What about the CCO?
Don't trust them either.
I might have to use it.
I used the keyboard to my pocket to send Momo a warning message about this.
I might have to use it.
Put your hands where I can see them. Try anything funny and we'll arrest you.
I might have to use it.
Was
How
it
about
too late?
no? I got a bad feeling about this too.
Show me your hands!
I got a bad feeling about this
Was it
too.
too late? I finished typing the message and sent it.
I might have to use it.
Hold on, Takaoka!
I might have to use it. Get a hold of yourself! I might have to use it. You know what kind of fucked up people the Holy Office 513 are, don't you? As long as it's legal, it's okay? Is that it? I might have to use it.
My words shook Bambi,
I got a bad feeling about this too.
but she maintained her posture. I had a bad feeling about this.
I got a bad feeling about this too. I
So
got
we're
a
gonna get
bad feeling about this
arrested.
too.
When do I teleport out? I saved just to be safe. Really? He didn't want to teleport out? As soon as I had, the police cars stopped by close by. 3 men stepped out.
I got a bad feeling about this too.
According to their BMI profiles, 2 of them were officers from the Foreign Affairs Department. The third, a young man in priest clothing, didn't have a profile. If Oz's info was on the money, he was probably a Holy Office agent.
I got a bad feeling about this
The
too.
CCO? Your job is to contact Momo Aizaki, isn't it? I wasn't informed you'd be here.
She was offline, so we came to talk to Polan Takaoka.
I got a bad feeling
Maybe
about
she's
this
trying
too.
to help Polan. Like, indirectly.
If you found Takaoka, you should have reported it immediately. Interrogating him is our responsibility.
Oh god.
I got a bad feeling
Interrogation
about
sounds
this
like
too.
torture. The man looked away from Bombi and...
I got a bad feeling about this too.
Oh,
Tell
God.
me the whereabouts of Momo Aizaki.
And if I say no,
Suddenly, one of the police car's back doors swung open
I might have to
violently.
use it.
The Cyberforce stalls and I looked over to the car. A pale hand gripped the edge of the door. A strange scent wafted past my nose.
I might have to use it.
Is it... Something about the smell told me that I was going to witness something wrong.
I got a bad feeling about
Was
this
it Juno?
too.
The thing, the patrol card revealed itself.
I got a bad feeling about this too. No way.
What? This couldn't be real.
I got a bad feeling about this too.
Don't be... The man before me couldn't possibly be here. Not him. Not the man I'd seen die in front of me.
I got
Oh my
a bad
god,
feeling about
Davide?
this too. Davide Yesue?
How is this? He has a bullet hole. Huh?
I know.
What the frick? How? His cocky smile twitched as I noticed, and his face was weirdly contorted. No, it wasn't just his face. There was something wrong with his whole body. He was rotting away. His complexion was extremely foul, and in some places, he had no skin or flesh at all.
Holy fucking shit.
That explained the smell. It was the reek of decomposition. The
Our
house.
Davide fell to the pall of death once before, but by God's gracious will, he has undergone miraculous anastasis.
Miraculous. Did a sacrament do this?
Shit, I underestimated their powers. I didn't think they could even bring back the dead.
Holy fucking shit.
Now, Davide, let us fulfill our mission and ask him for Lucia's whereabouts.
Well, we have the anti-sacrament things, right?
Well. What a joy it is to see you.
Davide took off one of his gloves.
I know!
And charged right at me. Well, we have the anti-sacrament thing, right? I switched on my berry blocking and threw it forward. The gadget landed 5 meters in front of him. It was effective across the diameter of 4 meters. It would activate in 3, 2, 1. Is it too late? Davide escaped the gadget's effective range before it was activated. Oh, not good. The bastard was actually faster than before. Without even stopping to think, I loaded a save. I hope this is the right decision. I don't know. God, I hope I didn't have to like let it play. And I felt like I would have died. I don't know, but last time I teleported him out too early was a bad thing too. I don't know. I came back to right after I got that bad feeling. Just as the car pulled up with its officers, the priest, and Davide.
The CCO? Your job is to contact Momo Aizaki, isn't it? I wasn't informed you'd be here.
She was offline, so we came to talk to Polan Takaoka.
I looked around for some way to deal with Davide's attack. The problem was that most of the buildings here were sealed off, and there wasn't much I could hack. That was when Davide pulled himself out of the car.
There you are, you fucking zombie.
I couldn't imagine having to clock in. Even after I was dead. The Holy Office sure didn't seem like a great place to work for. Yeah,
now,
it did.
Davide, let us fulfill our mission and ask him for Lucia's whereabouts.
I feel like they just somehow like managed to make his corpse like work or like move. But like it's clearly still like dying, you know? They can't reverse that. Davide took off one of his gloves and charged it right at me. Like, it feels like he might be a puppet because he was talking really slowly. I pressed the switch on my berry blocky, then threw it at him. This time, I threw it closer than before. Once it activated, I had more time to... Oh, no. Oh, God. What? Davide simply crushed the gadget! Hey, no. His instincts were so good, it pissed me off. Damn it. This was gonna be the time to impress. If I didn't change anything, things would turn out the same. I leapt sideways. But Davide ran even faster. Oh god. Before my legs had left the ground, he seized my neck with his massive hand. Game over? Oh god. His hand around my neck, he kept sprinting. Oh no. God. And then slammed me right into the streetlight. Oh god. Is that game over? No! I shouldn't have teleported it out. Okay. Oh. Or Bombi's perspective? Okay. Someone was holding Polan by the neck against the streetlight.
Where is Lucia?
Not gonna tell you.
I could tell that the man's grip had tightened after that answer.
Me, where is she?
Yeah, he definitely sounds like he's being controlled by someone right now.
Kiss my ass.
Polan's legs rose off the ground. He was struggling to escape, but the chokehold wasn't getting any looser. I don't want to see him die. He grimaced in pain.
Stop it!
I spoke without even thinking.
We're just asking for his assistance to locate Momo Aizaki, right? Why are you using force? He's not a criminal. He's not even a suspect.
We've been granted permission to find the girl using any means we choose. You are aware of that, are you not?
No.
Even so!
This is a joint operation. Since the highest authorities of the TMPD have consented, I believe it'd be best that you follow orders.
Sounds like a
You
threat.
don't want to break the rules, do you?
It definitely sounds like a threat. Polan was still being held up by his neck. More color drained from his face every second.
Hey! Stop him! That's your job, isn't it?
I begged my fellow officers to intervene, but they ignored me.
Bombi, don't. We can't stop this.
I'm sorry, Takaoka.
No, don't be sorry, be better. I looked at Riko and Iroha. The Holy Office personnel forced guns into our hands, telling us to use them if necessary, but that was never an option for us. All we could do to resist was to look away. If I kept looking, it'd be like I was endorsing the brutality of my inaction, and I really didn't want that. It was all I could do to pretend I didn't see. If I wanted to protect the laws, the rules, I had to find a compromise within the boundaries of my orders. But was this really justice? Was this why I had become an officer? To watch someone have their life choked out of them? She's gonna shoot him?
Are you okay?
I heard a voice. It was a voice from my memories. Aw, a voice I'd heard in the summer of my second year at high school. I'd finally saved up enough money and I was on my way to the department store to buy a uniform for idol auditions. But on the way to the store, a thief stole my purse. I didn't have the courage to chase after him, so I just stood there and cried my eyes out.
Are you okay?
Aww. It was a voice of an off-duty officer. She followed the burglar and brought me back my purse and given me a handkerchief.
Here, wipe your tears.
Aww.
An officer's job is to keep people smiling, you know. I'd
Aww.
be really happy if you could smile for me.
Aww. She was just like one of the idols I'd been looking up to. I hadn't even gotten her name, but I never forgot what she did for me and how it made me feel. I was so happy. It was the first time I realized what police could do for people. And that's why I became an officer. And that's why I became a police officer when I couldn't be an idol. Aw, is she gonna stay Polon?
Speak. Where is Lucia?
Oh my god, just let this guy die already. He's rotting. He's barely able to speak. Just let him die.
Talon. Hang on.
Wait, I think Bombi's gonna help us out. I don't think I need to teleport. I could barely breathe, but he had no intention of letting me go. And that filthy, half-rotted hand still had a lot of strength. I didn't have the energy to resist. Oh no, my consciousness was fading. Momo's gonna shoot him.
Let him go!
I saw Bombi. She was holding a gun. It wasn't a real handgun. It was a stun gun that incapacitated targets with an electric charge. Davide turned around. He glanced at her gun. The grip on my neck loosened. Bombi faced the huge, rotting man. It didn't seem to faze her that she was up against someone who'd come back from the dead.
It's an officer's job to protect smiles. They've got to sparkle like idols do.
Aww.
Your methods aren't righteous at all. I'd rather quit the police than work with the Holy Office.
Aww.
You ignored my warning. How foolish.
Oh no, they're gonna kill her. Davide reached out with his heated hand. His target was a shotgun. Bombi pulled the trigger immediately. Electro needles launched out and embedded his body. Electricity coursed through him as he fell to his knees. I punched his arm as hard as I could in an attempt to finally get him off me. The flesh tore from his arm, exposing something that looked like a bone, but he wasn't bleeding. The stink of rot simply grew stronger.
Well.
Deep and heinous emotions whirled out his eyes.
Hold on! Run!
Stop her!
Yes, sir!
Obeying the orders, the FDAD officers tried to restrain Bombi.
She never thinks of the consequences, does she? Guess we've got no choice but to follow suit. Iroha, let's help Bombi.
Aww.
Yeah.
Bombi's action had turned the situation to its head. The conflict was between the officers themselves, and that was a close one. Whew. I didn't have much time to enjoy the relief though. Davide recovered from the shock and stood back up, so he only has one arm now. The part of his flesh embedded with electrodes had just crumbled off his body. That was just plain nasty.
You will not escape me.
I feel so bad for this guy. He just needs to die. Well, there were so few things I could hack that I was basically powerless. And that was why I called the Graper I parked nearby. While I had the chance, I moved to a place where I had the advantage. I didn't have a plan in mind, so I was out of options.
Not yet!
And then I saw it. My ride drove up to me, weaving on through the onlookers. I jumped up the Graper in front.
Attention, douchebags! Yeah, you, the cross-wielding zombie and his handler. I'm about to get away. Better come after me.
After him.
At once.
They both rushed to the police car, all according to plan. He just said I didn't have a plan, and he's like, all according to the plan 2 seconds later. I made a sharp turn on my Graper and sped away. As I left, I saw the FAD officers restraining Bombi. She'd always told me to respect the law, but she'd broken it to save my life. Hey, mad respect to Bombi for that one. I owed her big time. Yeah, you do, hold on. I wonder if Liddy is done analyzing what, like, Juno's powers were. At the abandoned building next to the egg tower, sat Cross and Winds, watching what happened at the helipad.
Neither infrared nor close-range radio works, huh? I wanted to hack into their BMI and get the details on this pool hack, but I didn't think there was no way to connect to them remotely.
So, without a wired connection, you can't determine the virus and stuff?
Yeah. I'm guessing the virus switches the BMI to offline mode when it's infected. Probably just to make the quest more difficult.
Eesh, that cicada's a real piece of work.
I guess I'll stick to it. See what else I can find.
Okay, and I'll help.
They looked over at the helipad through their BMI, analyzing it for infrared and ultraviolet, invisible to the naked eye. They zoomed in on the crowd, watching it as if through binoculars.
You found something?
Caught some light. This is Li-Fi.
I think I've heard of that somewhere.
Yeah, they mentioned it before.
It's a comms method that uses LED lights. It doesn't even need to be bright enough for humans to see, though. I wouldn't have noticed it without BMI.
So those people aren't completely offline.
But Li-Fi is short range and it can't go through walls. We still need to go to the helipad if we want to do any hacking.
Couldn't you connect through a drone?
It's not a bad idea, but this quest would be too easy if all you needed to beat it was a drone. The Li-Fi's gotta be open for some special reason.
A special one. By the way, this was the first time there were 2 cicadas, right?
Cicadas?
2? Oh, yeah, the
Talking about
pictures.
Cicada 3301's post. You know how there's usually a picture of a cicada? There were 2 cicadas this time.
Wait.
Yeah.
Does that mean there's a collaborator in this quest?
What?
Someone using Li-Fi to control those people would explain why the Li-Fi's open. It's not a virus this time.
So he's gonna make them commit suicide manually? But then what's the point of the countdown?
Same reason he killed the Wi-Fi, to make the quest more difficult. These people are going to commit suicide whether you act or not.
What?
So how are you going to handle it? That might be the challenge this time.
Once we crawled out from below the crater, we felt the pale light of the moon washing over us. It felt so far removed from the red candlelight of the room we'd come from. We'd seen Kent Korihisa sleeping under that warm light.
Is it really him?
We got a message from Polon. My instincts told me that it really was his body, but maybe Rosario was right. Maybe it was a fake that Juno had set up to demoralize us. And the quest arranged by Cicada 3301, Kent Korihisa's other name, was still underway.
Rosario, let's go help with the quest. If we meet with Cicada, we should learn the truth about his death.
You're right. Let's go.
I noticed that I received a message on my BMI.
This is...
I heard footsteps somewhere nearby, and when I turned in the directions, the sounds were coming from... Oh god, I saw a hooded man walking over to us. The moment I noticed the crosses on his collars and sleeves, my mind was overcome with anxiety.
There you are,
God.
Lucia.
Are you...
Before I could finish, he nodded.
Ronan Del Cielo, agent of 513.
And introduced himself.
He's dangerous.
You know him?
I've heard a lot of rumors. I don't know if he's on Davide's level, or even stronger, but he's...
Oh god.
A really powerful agent.
He can read minds? All they'd done was say the same thing at the same time, but something felt off about it. Maybe he simply guessed what Rosario was going to say, but for some reason, he seemed dangerous. He seems like he could read minds. Rosario suddenly pointed her gun at him.
Don't worry, this won't even be a fight. I won't waste time. I'll beat...
Oh god.
You can't hope to beat me.
The moment Ronan cut off Rosario's words, he closed the distance between them. Rosario opened fire without a moment's hesitation. However...
Missed?
Huh? He'd only been walking in a straight line, but the shot missed him.
How?
A second gunshot. A split second before Rosario fired, Ronan had hit her gun with his palm, knocking it downwards. The bullet she fired hit the top of her own foot. Ow! Oh. Almost subconsciously, I activated Nonon's gadget and threw it at the ground. It was close enough to harm us too, but we were in a desperate situation. Ronan backed away, as if he knew how dangerous the gadget was. He moved outside of the range of the electromagnetic interference, which
Rosario!
meant... I took Rosario's hand and started running. We slipped between the rubble and made our way out to the crater. I turned around for a moment and saw Ronan's face lit by the moonlight. He was looking right at us. He didn't seem to be in any hurry at all. He simply watched as we ran away. It was awfully unsettling. Yeah, I don't know if he could see the future or like read someone's mind, because he backed off from that thing. I mean, they said the words at the same time, so I don't know. We'll figure out. I drove around on my camper looking for somewhere I could fight Davide. That was when I got a call from Momo.
Hold on! We cracked the final code!
Her breathing was ragged. She must have been running.
What happened? Did you figure anything out?
We found Kent Korihisa's dead body.
I struggled to make sense of what I was hearing. Kent Korihisa's dead body? Dead body?
Juno said he died during the sad morning.
What the hell? If that's true, then what's the deal with Cicada?
Yeah, like, who is, like, making the quest right now? Hold up, let me change something. Who is the one behind the quest?
I don't know if the body is real or not. We need to do the quest to find out.
Momo, now's not the time to be chatting.
I heard Rosario's voice on the other
Hey,
end.
what's going on over there?
We're being chased by an agent.
Davide went after you?
Davide? Davide's alive?
Yeah, I saw him just now. They used a sacrament to bring him back.
The agent after us is a new one. He's called Ronan. And Rosario is hurt.
Think you can handle him?
I was completely powerless against him. Maybe I could do something if I knew what his sacrament was.
He evaded the gadget!
I used the GPS to find the current location. They were near the Akasaka crater. Was helping them an option though? We had about 25 minutes left and I had to deal with both Juno and Davide.
Try and hang in there until I'm done with the quest.
I don't know if they hang in that long, man. I hung up and focused on what I had to do. First, there was Davide.
Oh, yeah.
I remember the time Oz almost ran over Juno. We crashed into a construction site in the crater after that. And that site still had electricity, which meant if I went there, I could do some hacking. Oh god. Ronan D. Celio followed Rosario's bloodstains to where she was hiding with Momo. He examined the ground, tracing the red flecks across the ground. Rosario was roughly 10 meters ahead, fighting the pain. Ronan walked up to her.
Where is Lucia?
I'm not going to tell you a thing!
Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Ignoring her wound, she swung her leg towards Ronan. As her foot flew through the air, the blade shot out of the tip of the toe. What? It sliced through the air on its way to Ronan's throat, but missed. Could he, like, change the trajectory of things? His expression in changing, Ronan evaded the kick and took a step forward, bringing his face up to Rosario's. He was so close, she could feel his breath on his skin. What? Before she knew what was happening, the gun that had suddenly appeared in Ronan's hand was being held to her chin.
You can't defeat me.
Okay. Noticing something, Ronan pushed Rosario aside. The next moment, 4 armed security drones were flying towards them.
They made it.
What? What happened? Who is they? What are these drones? I have so many questions right now. There's so much going on. I hid in the bushes and watched as the 4 security drones arrived. Rosario couldn't run any further with her injuries. She told me to get away, but I refused. I chose to fight Ronan instead.
I think Ronan's attacks are based on the blind spots in our thoughts. He's not physically fit like Davide, but his moves take advantage of our oversights, so he can hit us where it hurts.
You think that's his sacrament?
Yes. My guess is that his power is a kind of telepathy. He reacts to our thoughts.
That sounds powerful.
But I know a way to deal with him.
Looking at the 4 drones, Rosario grinned. It was her idea, drone warfare. If Ronan's actions were a response to his opponent's thoughts, his own blind spots must have been machines. They didn't have thoughts at all. Working under this assumption, Rosario sent me a hacking program so I could take control of the drones. They were equipped with the wires for restraining intruders.
Ronan del Cielo, we're going to stop you with
these drones. So that's your strategy.
The drones surrounded him. Poised to attack, they aimed their weapons at him. Ronan took a few soft steps, but didn't run away. He may have realized that he no longer could. The next moment, the drones shot restraining wires at him. With a sharp sound, the wires flew through the air. The unbelievable occurred. The drone's wires passed right by Ronan and entangled the propellers of the drones they were opposite. All 4 of them plummeted to the ground. What? Their propellers smoking, they couldn't remain airborne. But Ronan was completely unharmed.
How?
Was it those steps he took? He hadn't moved because he was cornered. He was simply adjusting his position so the drones would fire at each other. No. A gunshot. The next moment, Rosario collapsed. Oh god. This reminded me of what I'd seen at the Nakano Broadway. Rosario was bleeding from the head. he'd killed her. Oh no! Is this game over? Oh god, let's go back and change that. After arriving at the Shinjuku crater's reconstruction site, I hid behind a bulldozer in preparation for my fight with Davide. There were no workers in sight, probably because it was New Year's Eve. This was good for me, and it meant I didn't have to hold back.
Hold on! I figured out Juno's secret!
Oh, finally!
Huh? Miss Lid?
I listened to her explanation as I watched for Davide with his handler to show
The trick to Juno's disappearing and reappearing, no, her warping, is actually quantum teleportation!
What?
Huh? You mean like the stuff you see in sci-fi movies and anime?
Yes, it's a method of transportation using quantum entanglement. It's considered theoretically possible, but no person had ever traveled that way. The best researchers could do was send information. Juno must be a true genius.
So, how do we deal with her?
You'd need a pretty large device to pull off quantum teleportation, but I never saw her near anything like that. That leaves only one possibility. She's using the same thing as quantum communication.
Meaning?
A satellite.
What?
If you can disrupt her communication with the satellite, you should be able to prevent her from using quantum teleportation.
That's
Miss
crazy.
Lid, you're the goat!
Thanks to her, I knew how to take care of Juno and had made it to the helipad. Oh, wait.
I don't think so.
I meant to teleport there, but we'll see. A police car suddenly pulled into the area. I was out of sight, so they couldn't find me right away. In fact, I left a little surprise for them.
Gotcha now.
The car was heading towards the prefab in front of the entrance. With its door slightly open and its light on, someone was visible inside. That someone was an AR image of me. I didn't know if the Holy Office peeps had their AR on or not, but I did whatever I could to grab their attention. I figured they wouldn't go in since it was obviously a trap, but that didn't matter to me. They only had to get close enough to it.
I'll use it when the time comes.
The car suddenly accelerated, speeding straight at me. Flame rose from the car and spread to the prefab.
How did this happen? Is this for real?
Wait, what happened? None of these events made any sense to me. I only planned to drop a steel frame on them when they got near the prefab, but that wasn't even necessary. All my prep was for nothing.
Wait.
The car's passenger door opened. The one who climbed out was Davide, and in his hand was the man in the priest's clothing. He's been burned to a smothering mask. What? Huh? A normal car fight couldn't have done that to him so quickly. That left only one possibility. Davide killed him. What happened? Davide laughs as he walked out of the prefab. His body was both rotten and burned. The flesh of his left leg had fallen off, exposing the bone. Oh, that's gross.
Can hinder me now. Come on.
Did he kill the other agent? Like, what happened?
Time to bear the yoke of hell.
A crane hung right over the prefab. I ran a program to trigger it, dropping steel beams it was holding. But moments before that,
Hallelujah.
the giant cross on Davide's back let loose a blinding light. It shimmered gold, emanating a strange and saintly vibe. A moment later, the light engulfed Davide himself. Then I realized it wasn't light at all. The moment I realized, the beams fell on him. But his fire melted through the steel beams. bathed in the searing flames that cloaked Davide's body, they were reduced to liquid in a matter
Is
of
his
moments.
sacrament more powerful somehow?
I was more than 10 meters away from him, but it felt insanely hot. This was way more intense than the heat I felt back at Broadway. Did he know? How did he know? Davide dropped the priest's remains. And the fire began to spread all around him. What is going on? The fire spread so fast, it was like the ground was colder than gasoline. Before long, the whole site was aflame.
I'll do what I can first.
Okay. What? Didn't anyone tell me he could do that?
Shit! Okay, next move.
I turned on the engines of the heavy machinery I had. The 5 vehicles parked around the prefab turned their headlights and lurched forward. Their huge treads and tires swung at full speed, hauling their hulking frames ahead. The target was Davide. But then, oh god.
No!
What? Tires and treads started melting away. In just a few seconds, the vehicles came to a complete standstill. Jesus.
Bad news, Polan. An agent's got the little lady.
Oh no!
What? What about Rosario?
No idea.
Oh,
Don't know if she's even breathing.
Oh, she's not.
Shit! Wait!
There you are. Well.
God. Alright, man. Like, this whole time he hasn't even had time to solve the quest. You know what I mean? Like, he's just been dealing with agents. He smiled as he took his large cross.
What's he gonna do? Yeah, good call.
Before anything else could happen, I hovered over the save data. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna stop the quest at all. He's not even been working on this quest. I contacted Momo and Rosario as I watched the police car head for the prefab. Oh, thank God they were alive.
What's the situation there?
Rosario can't run any further, so we're gonna stay and fight Ronan.
I have an idea of what his sacrament might be. I think we'll manage.
No, don't try anything. Just run away.
Rosario's too injured for that.
If you try to fight Ronan, the agents will catch you. Your plan isn't gonna work. Leave Rosario and get out of there. You're the one the agents want. Rosario might actually be safer if you go.
But...
That was when the police car crashed into the prefab and caught fire.
Momo, change the future.
I ended the call and ran the program immediately. Like, yeah, he's trying to get the things to drop before Davide turns on his phone. The crane dropped the steel beams it was holding. This time around, my plan was to wrap things up before Davide had the chance to get serious.
Not done yet.
I powered on the engines of the heavy machinery and had them all surge forward. Their target was the burning prefab. A dump truck, an excavator, a loader, a bulldozer, and a roller. The 5 of them crushed the tiny prefab. Ooh. The vehicle suddenly exploded. The smoke billowing from the flames was so thick it could blot up a small high-rise. The fire from the prefab must have set them all right. I didn't think Davide could have survived the chaos, but I had to be sure. For a while, I just stood there and watched out for him.
What?
Is he still alive? I heard a sound. By the time I realized it was police sirens, several police cars had driven on site. They'd stopped near me, and none of them stepped.
Shit! It's Foreign Affairs!
Ooh, it looked like the people who arrested Bombi had called it peace. At the moment, both the Holy Office, 513, and the TMPD were our enemies. That meant taking Davide down wouldn't be the end of this.
No!
The countdown of the suicides was getting closer and closer to 0, but it didn't look like going to Egg Tower was an option yet.
I'm fine.
Okay. So, what's the plan? Like, time's ticking and not much is happening. After hearing Polan's words of some begging from Rosario, I finally decided to run away by myself. I had to convince myself that Rosario would be safe without me.
Momo, look.
Look, it just seems like she's still alive. Rosario sent me a recording that showed Ronan.
You can't defeat me.
Though his face has remained calm and collected, Ronan's face suddenly hardened. Next, he distanced himself from Rosario and walked away, as though he was afraid.
What did you do to him?
Nothing. He was the one who cornered me. I couldn't even touch him. I couldn't do anything. But he got agitated and left.
Huh. I couldn't do anything. Those words stood out to me. After all...
We acted differently.
What?
Oh, maybe it's because he expected them to use the drones and they didn't. So he was thrown off.
We listened to Polan after he loaded and acted differently from before. What if that affected Ronan somehow?
Then his sacrament must be...
Reading the future? Is he also Gaia? Gaia 2.0? I'd come to the underground part of the Shinjuku station to get away from the police. I couldn't see them, but I could hear footsteps everywhere.
Polan! We figured out Ronan's sacrament!
Huh? Didn't you run away?
It's because we ran away that we managed to figure out his sacrament. Because we listened to you after you loaded. Maybe it's not really a sacrament after all, though.
Maybe someone's communicating with him through Gaia?
What do you mean?
He probably acts based on predictions made by the Vatican's Earth simulator.
Yeah.
Predictions? You mean the thing Rosario was talking about?
She told us they'd use security cams and stats to analyze and simulate Momo's behavior.
Rosario said the predictions were imprecise, but he can still use them to his advantage. When you load and mess up those predictions, though, you can defeat Ronan.
Hold on. We figured out what the pool hack's all about. Someone else is in on it this time.
You... what? He's not working alone?
I never heard of Cicada working with an accomplice. Unless he was just using someone again? Not like he'd use Nine Nikui for the hi-hat.
We found out that they're using Li-Fi. It's short range, so chances are the perp's in there among the victims.
Oh, I get it. Do you know who it is?
I tried checking the security footage in and around Nishi Shinjuku, but no luck. Sorry.
The first victims are probably a group of 10 or so that stopped at a certain traffic light. Hard to pick out our perp in that crowd, though.
So, how do we complete this quest?
I asked as I looked around for a place to hide.
I have an idea, but we need more than the 10 minutes we have left for it.
Time to save and
I'll
load.
just load then.
I knew you'd say that. I really don't want you abusing it like this.
Well, too bad. It saved me from dying a couple
You'd rather
times.
abandon all those people? Just tell me your idea.
I heard him let out a sigh.
Join the Li-Fi network. Become a part of the pool hack, willingly.
What?
You serious?
What?
If we join the Li-Fi network, we can use an app called Argos to visualize the connections to the perp. Getting the app should be easy too. If we have someone in the Li-Fi network, someone to check the visualization app, and a few people to restrain the perp, we should be set. The only concern will be the time we'll lose by turning off the BMI.
What do you mean?
The perp's gonna know right away if someone joins the network, meaning we have to get onto the helipad before we find him through the app.
So the people on the perp restraining task are gonna have to sneak onto the helipad first.
With their BMI off, to avoid getting forced into the Li-Fi network like everyone else.
I see. We'll lose time because it'll be harder to communicate.
And if we mess around too much, the perp's just gonna run the suicide command. And then it'll all be over.
Right.
Whoever was on the helipad would be waiting with their BMI off. That meant they wouldn't know when the perp was found or when to act. I know everybody was going to be tense and they'd still be real vigilant, but there was no guarantee we all stay in sync. Footsteps are getting closer and closer.
I'm fine.
I hung up and ran as fast as I could. The stars over Shinjuku shone through the gaps in the ceiling above. They reminded me of the scenery around the egg tower. Next, I thought of the roads I'd driven on as I looked for somewhere to fight Davide. Then the craters surrounded me. And finally, Shinjuku's night skyline.
That reminds me.
I remembered the road I'd taken to the construction site.
I saw this clock.
Felt like I could use it as a signal. If we put the plan into action when the hour hand was over the minute hand, we could even sync up with... wait, what? Let me just try this again. I'm like tripping up. If we put the plan into action when the hour hand was over the minute hand, we could sync up without our BMI. That would save some time. But the MTT building was sealed off, and it had been at risk of collapse since that morning. One of us would have to go there and move the clock.
I finally see it.
Juno, the agents, the second pool hack. I thought they were all massive problems we'd struggle to sort out.
I'm fine.
But the situation had changed. My friends had turned it all around.
I'm fine.
We had about 10 minutes left until the countdown ended. You read my mind. I was like, it's time to teleport before we just let it play out and it's too late.
Hold on, run!
Things went pretty well this time, but a lot of lives are on the line. I need to bet it all on acing the next load. This time, I'm gonna do everything perfectly. I came back to right after we got the egg hint. That is a long time. Hold up, I realized. There we go. Should I change this back here? Give me a second. I want to change it back here for now because the timer hasn't been a thing yet. So yeah.
Listen up. The new quest is actually a second pool hack.
And they're like, you teleported, didn't you? That was the first thing I said to cross in.
Huh? Pool hack? You mean like the quest last year? Oh yeah! That was on New Year's Eve too.
The scenery intercept one, right?
Wait, how do you know that?
I cheated a bit.
What?
You got the deets?
There might be a perp this time. He used Li-Fi to pull off another pool hack. He's got 50 people standing on the Egg Tower's helipad.
Egg Tower? The one in Shinjuku? Oh, so that's why the hint was egg.
If the perp's one of those people, we should check the security cams in the area to figure out who it is.
No, that didn't work. That's why someone has to go to the helipad and connect to the Li-Fi network. Then someone else has to use Argos.
So it's gonna be a group effort.
Yeah, plus someone to restrain the perp. We're gonna need 4 people in total.
That's a decent plan. The problem is...
we're gonna lose time if we turn off our BMI, right?
Everything I said so far was something we talked about last time, but now I was gonna add something new to it.
We can use the MTT building.
What?
If we start the op the moment the hands of the clock overlap, everyone should be in sync. That ought to minimize the lag between us.
An analog clock could work as a signal the perp wouldn't notice, but the clock's dead. And there's rubble on the dial.
Wind, you go clear the rubble and get the clock working.
How is he gonna get a clock working?
Me? Cross has to use the Argos app, and I got a bunch of stuff to take care of too.
Like Juno and the agent?
Come on, man, you're the only one I can count on for this.
All right, I'll do it.
Never thought an analog clock would end up part of the strategy. But hey, Operation Analog. I like that.
Yeah, I wonder how it's gonna go this time. Now we just had to decide who was gonna go to the helipad. Oh yeah, the CCO. What?
Oz, I need your help.
I told him about the TMPD cooperating with the Holy Office 515.
I want you to talk to some big shot like the Superintendent General and get him to scrap their arrangement with the Holy Office.
You're asking too much of me here, kid.
Yeah, right?
I know it won't be easy, but people's lives are in danger. Try and work something out for me, will ya?
I hung up on Oz and got in touch with Momo and Rosario. It's like, yeah, just hang up on everybody before they get the chance to talk to me so they have to do what I had to say.
Forget about Juno's code and come to the Egg Tower.
Huh? Did something happen?
An agent's coming after you. His name's Ronan.
Ronan's coming?
Yeah, but we can handle him. That's why I want you to meet up with me and help out.
All right, we'll be there soon.
I didn't mention that Kent Korhisa might be dead. That was important, but lives are at stake right now. We had to complete the quest first. Do we?
Come on, just watch.
Okay. I mean, hope that wasn't an important detail. Win and I rode together until we had to split up. He went into the MTT building while I went to the Egg Tower. I was here earlier than last time. There were still some officers around, but no media people or curious onlookers.
Hold on!
Momo leapt out of the car Rosario was driving and ran up to me. Rosario joined her moments later.
How are we going to beat the agents?
We're gonna head underground and sneak into the Egg Tower.
So we can ambush them?
Yeah. But before that, we're gonna take Juno down.
What?
But how is he planning to interfere the satellite? She was waiting at the entrance just like last
Juno.
time.
What are you two doing here? What about my code? Weren't you going to prove your love for Kent?
Nah, did she think we loved Kent? That's not what's happening, okay?
I found something more important.
You failure.
Oh my god.
So you're not even cut out to be a stalker? You've no right to participate in the quests!
You're not even cut out to be a stalker? I think she did something wrong with her in the
I
head.
have a right to participate.
Oh my! I've never heard trash speak its mind before.
Oh my god. You don't
You done
hear yourself
talking,
talk?
Juno? Sorry, but it's time you took off.
Excuse me?
We're taking you down, and we're completing the quest.
You
tell
can't
her.
do that. Where is all this confidence coming from?
Quantum teleportation.
Don't spell out your moves.
I know all your tricks.
You're dead.
Oh. The moment she spoke, I activated my berry block.
She disappeared?
Momo and Rosario looked around, searching for Juno. Without moving an inch, I waited for the right moment. I felt something touch my shoulder. But scenery didn't change at all. I spun around and reached for her carrier node. She twisted her body and evaded me. But then, Momo darted behind Juno and snatched her carrier
Are
node.
they taking that?
Oh!
No! Oh, what sick joke are you playing? This is not supposed to happen! You fucking vermin!
She's so mad. Juno's eyes seemed to change color as she charged at Momo. Oh, Rosario smashed her with a roundhouse kick. Dang. Oh, I would like to see that in live action. Like if they ever made an animation, I would love to watch that part. Juno's body flew across the air and collided with one of the entrance's pillars. She slid down it and collapsed onto the floor. Yeah, can't do much without your quantum thing, can't you? She's completely still and her face pale.
Did you kill her?
No.
Just knocked her out.
Seeing an agent of the church showing off her skills actually kind of scared me.
Hold on, are you sure that using Nanno's gadget was the right idea? We still have mine, but weren't they meant to stop the agents?
Bruh, you think
Gadgets
Juno's
didn't
any
really
better
work
than
on the
them?
agents, which figures. Don't worry though, I already have an idea of how to beat him.
Well, it's good that he has a plan.
Hey, you got 2 agents heading your way. And you won't believe this, but one of them's...
Davide.
Davide, right? The guy who's supposed to be dead? I have a plan. You just keep working with the TMPD, okay?
I am okay. Gonna save. I saved right here and took my keyboard out of my pocket. Seconds later, I was using it to hack the building system.
Rosario, we gotta discuss the plan.
The plan? Okay.
There they are.
A few minutes has passed since Oz's warning. The agents came in through the front entrance.
The information we got was right.
A guy in a hood and another guy who's running away. Davide's handler was nowhere to be seen. Lucky him.
They sent 2 of their most powerful agents. 513 must be quaking in their boots.
Though Rosario's words were optimistically dry, her eyes didn't seem half as cheery. She probably understood better than anyone the skill gap between herself and the other 2 agents.
This plan of mine is centered around my loading. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to lose at least once.
He's letting me know now. So I think that means he's letting us know. Is he talking to Rosario? He's talking to Rosario, not us. That means we have to lose once to see what happens? Of course, by loading I could erase that defeat from history, but that didn't change the fact that Rosario was gonna get hurt. Oh, yeah.
I swore an oath that I'd give my life to save the world. If it helps us win, I'll do whatever you need me to.
She showed herself to them. I stayed hidden behind a nearby pillar. Momo was hiding behind another pillar, besides Juno's unconscious body.
You too shall know the pain of death.
Davide took off both of his gloves. A moment later, he kicked off the floor. In seconds, his huge, bear-like body was inches from Rosario. Glowing with the heat of the furnace, Davide swung for her with his red-hot hand. But before his first touch could touch her, or his fist could touch her, Rosario struck his wrist and redirected the attack. He missed. Without saying a word, she deflected the falling attack too. It's OP. Rosario said she'd acquire info on the agents she teamed up with, and that included Davide's flying style, apparently. Watching her, I felt pretty damn grateful she was on our side. Yeah. Using my keyboard, I slipped into the building systems again. As soon as I could, I turned off the entrance lights. The surroundings were instantly covered in darkness. A little light coming from the door, but it wasn't enough to see anyone else.
Rosario, now!
I'd only given her one order. Attack Ronan when the lights go out. I heard the crack of a gunshot. Oh no, Rosario died. Someone collapsed and I turned the lights back on. Momo gasps. She was looking at... Oh, no. Oh my god, no. How did they know? Rosario, who lay on the ground. There was a hole in her head. The light had faded from her eyes, but they were still fixed on her target. The agent, Ronan. Not even as he lowered his gun did Ronan's expression change. He was the one who shot Rosario in the darkness.
Come on, just watch.
Damn.
Rosario?
Don't worry, it's all good.
Okay, it's like it's all part of the plan that she died. Momo knew the plan, but her heart ached seeing Rosario like this. I felt the
Now
same.
it's our turn. No, it's fine.
What? Oh, he loaded by himself. Okay. I opened the load screen and made ready to flee this reality. This power that, what's it called? Polon has is too OP. Imagine the other people had it. God, that would be horrible. Her allies hiding behind the pillar, Rosario stood ready to protect them from the agent.
You too shall know the pain of death.
Davide took off both his gloves and kicked off the ground. He raced towards Rosario at an inhuman speed and threw a punch with his superheated fist. Oh! Davide's onslaught was brutal, but Rosario countered every one of his attacks. As the battle raged on, Polon, still hidden, hacked the building and switched out the lights.
Rosario, now!
Intense sounds echoed throughout the dark. The room lit up as suddenly as it darkened, and Momo looked on, perplexed at... What? It's so sad that he died twice getting shot. Davide lying on the ground. He'd been shot in the head. Wait, so how did he die this time? What? Thoroughly dumbfounded, Ronan lowered his gun. His face had lost its composure. His eyes opened wide. His breathing was strained.
I shot you.
In your predictions, at least.
What do you know?
But you are not long for this world.
Ho ho! Ronan took out his input device. It was a cryptex, reminiscent of a pipe puzzle. It started rotating
He's recalculating!
He won't.
Rosario trained her gun at the hooded agent, but Ronan fired first. He missed. His face turned pale the moment he realized what he'd done.
Recalculate.
He hid behind a pillar. Rosario was on him. Oh! At point blank range, she pulled the trigger. We finally get to see his face. Ronan dodged the shot, but barely. That meant he'd finished recalculating in time. He fired back. Right between Rosario's eyes was where he aimed at. Face. Moments before he fired, she grabbed Ronan's arm and thrown up off his arm?
Impossible. This isn't a computation error. The future has changed.
So his app's real. At least if your panicking is anything to go by.
App? What are you talking about?
Who knows?
Ronan fired off round after round. By twisting her body and using her gun to redirect Ronan's, Rosario dodged every shot. Her breathing was steady and her body relaxed. The same composed smile that grazed Ronan's lips earlier was playing across Rosario's now.
How? How can you change the future?
Those who know the future can change it. That's all there is to it.
Ronan pulled the trigger with a desperate aggression, but this time the gun was silent. Oh, he's out of bullets! Consumed by panic, he hadn't realized he was out of ammo.
I refuse to accept this future.
Don't worry, you don't have to.
You just have to live it.
Because you won't be part of it.
Oh, what? Ronan collapsed as a bullet burst from the back of his head. What? His lifeless face was warped and shot. Who shot him? What? Superintendent General, Secretary General Nimura, and the Superintendent Vice General sat in the office. Sitting on a couch, the Secretary General listened in on the Superintendent General's progress on the TMPD 513 joint mission.
Lower-ranked officers aren't allowed to...
The officer's door swung open, The one who barged in without permission was Kaoru Samitsu.
Who are you? We're discussing an important matter with Secretary General Nimura.
Wait, you're from the Cybercrimes Division.
Chief Samezu, I apologize for the intrusion, but I want you to put your conversation on hold and look over these documents.
We don't have time for that.
Get him out of here.
Right away, sir.
Before the Superintendent General could approach him, Kaoru sent some data to their tablets through his VMI.
These are...
communication logs?
They're between Secretary General Nimura and the Holy Office 513. As you can see, he used the Holy Office for his own gain.
What?
Oz had acquired most of the documents during his investigation to the Gaia Institution. They weren't enough to stop Project Gaia, but they had immense value.
Doesn't look like these were obtained legally.
I'll take responsibility for that. But first, Mr. Nimura has to be punished. He ordered the assassination of the previous Secretary General. Nimura, you cooperated with the Holy Office to repay them for a personal favor. You've also blackmailed the Superintendent General, yes?
Baseless nonsense.
If the police won't punish you, perhaps society will. What if I leaked this information to the public?
You wouldn't.
Before you try anything, know that you can't make this go away by silencing me. If anything happens to me, these documents go public.
Do you think that anyone will believe this nonsensical forgery?
This is absurd.
It's not absurd at all.
What?
This information is worth looking into, even if there's a chance it was acquired through illegitimate channels.
Have you lost your mind? Don't you care about your family?
Oh,
I was
he's
mistaken.
sending threats now.
I should never have allowed you to blackmail me.
Oh.
Vice General, order all departments to cease cooperation with the Holy Office 513.
Right away.
Secretary General Nimura, you...
Before anyone could apprehend him, Nimura pulled a knife. He gripped the handle with his shaking hands.
In God's name.
Oh no, is he part of the office? And slit his own neck. He collapsed.
This is just like what happened during the high hack.
What happened? The Vice General and another officer ran over to him in an attempt to stop the
He's losing
bleeding.
too much blood!
I'll call an ambulance.
Amidst the chaos, Kaoru called his subordinates via BMI.
Our agreement with the Holy Office is dissolved. Return to the quest immediately.
Dang. I wonder if he willingly did that or like they brainwashed him to doing that. I don't know.
Unbelievable. You defeated 2 agents at once.
Dumbfounded, Momo looked at the bodies of Davide and Ronin. She couldn't stop blinking. This probably didn't feel real to her. Yeah, I still don't understand how
I couldn't have pulled this off without
how they shot
Rosario.
Ronin in the back of her head.
I simply did as you ordered.
Rosario's too badass. Honestly, I had to keep loading over and over. The Holy Office's computation speed was much faster than I expected. Every time they were done recalculating, Ronin would kill Rosario. Does that mean she had to die over and over and over again just for them to reach that point? That's crazy. That's sad. Oh my god. That's so sad. This victory was thanks to countless loads that ended in failure.
Back. Give it back.
Conscious again, Juno stood up slowly and glared at us.
Give me back my carrier node.
Good thing she woke up after the agents died, though.
I need to complete the quest. I'll die if I don't.
Wait, what happened?
I'll kill you, and then off myself too.
Whoa, okay, calm down. Juno shrieked as she lunged for my neck, her expression twisting her face until she looked like a witch from some fairy tale. Before she could do that, I grabbed her arms and stopped
Don't
her.
worry. I'm fine.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you and kill myself.
Kent Korihisa is dead, isn't he?
Her arms slackened.
What do you mean?
You've made it to the coordinates?
You could say that. When I asked if you were Cicada's little sister, you didn't deny it. Kent Korihisa is dead, but he's Cicada too. There's something going on behind the scenes, right?
Juno didn't respond. Her silence was the answer
All
I
right.
needed.
If Cicada wants a highly intelligent individual, he's gonna get one.
Juno walked away from me and dropped to the ground.
Kent, look at me, dear brother.
Oh my god, what is happening now?
Acknowledge me. The number one spot is safe with me. I'll prove myself worthy of your attention.
Oh my god.
Of your recognition.
It makes sense why she teleported us into that wall in the very beginning.
And
it's starting to kind of make sense now.
And acknowledge me.
Aww.
I'll kill myself right before your eyes. That way, I'll stay in your mind forever.
That's so messed
I'll never
up.
be apart again.
She needs help. Someone get her help right now. Wait, let's listen to this line that I skipped. We need to listen to her.
Kent, please.
Yes. Her love for her brother.
I love you. I love you so much.
Aww.
From the bottom of my heart.
You know what? I can tell that she really loves her brother, despite how messed up she is going about it. Her eyes dulled as she curled up into a fetal position. We'd sussed her out of her teleportation trick, grabbed her carry node, and learned about Kent's death. Anyone would have given up after that.
Hold on. That can't be true, can it? Kent Korihisa must be alive.
No. You were the ones who told me you saw a dead body. But you also said you didn't know if it was really him. But after seeing Juno's reaction, I know that chasing Cicada down is the right thing to do. That's why everything's gonna work out. Trust me.
She nodded, but without much confidence. It must have been hard for her to keep up with all of this. That was when I heard voices at the door. A familiar and colorful trio were there. The Cyberforce dolls?
Hold on, how's the quest going?
Oh, it's the Cyberforce dolls.
I ran up to them and looked into their eyes.
Hey, you're kinda close there. I know legal boundaries mean nothing to you, but have some respect for physical ones, okay?
I just wanted to check if you were okay. You had to work with the Holy Office, didn't you? You alright?
We were cooperating with them.
So...
But now we're totally clean. Jeez, I was embarrassed to be a police officer working with those sickos.
Yeah, I feel bad they had to
I'm
do
real
that.
glad to hear that.
Oz and Mr. Samezu must have worked hard to get that agreement voided.
I'm surprised you care so much.
course I care. You saved my life.
Excuse me?
What are you talking about?
Forgot all about it. I should have thanked her before I loaded. It was too late for now that. So... It is too late, right?
I'm gonna charge right through this.
Yeah, there's no way, like, we're gonna teleport back to that.
I'll never forget what you did for me. Seriously.
Okay.
This is like, what the hell
I'm
happened?
not sure what you're talking about, but it's an officer's job to keep people smiling. If you ever need help, I'll be there for you.
No. Bambi puffed out her chest.
Oh, but only when it's legal.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
So Kiyoshi broke the law for
Hold
us. when she
on. I've
stayed
tuned the
for a while.
visualization app. How are things over there?
We took care of Juno and the agents, and we have the 4 people we need. We're about to go to the helipad. Wind, how's it going on your end?
Sorry, this is gonna take a while longer, but I'll make it in time, I promise.
We can complete the quest if we go to the helipad?
Yeah, we have a plan.
The elevator isn't working, so we'll have to go up to the 50th floor on foot.
Dang, so much walking.
The countdown ends in 24 minutes. Will we make it?
Wait, let me put this back over here so y'all can see the timer.
We should just... Wait, will we?
Our plan was going to start at midnight on the dot. With the hour hand a minute, when the hour minute hands touched, that meant we only had 19 minutes to get into our positions. And since we'd had to sneak into the helipad too, we probably didn't even have that long.
Oh, hey! Why don't you use bikes?
Bikes? Jumping from the top of a neighbor building onto the egg tower. What is happening? You're gonna run into all those people, yo. That was what Bombi meant when she suggested we use bikes. Okay? Even if we didn't make it onto the 50th floor at the top, we could still save walking time if we landed on one of the higher floors.
That idea's crazy! What kind of cop are you?
Yeah, right? What happened to work within the confines of the law?
Trusts Iroha's skills. And you look like you're good on a graper too. Unless, what, you don't think you'll stick the landing?
This is some Fast and
I'll
Furious
stick
shit.
it. I'll show you what I can do.
But where are they? Where is this though? We did donuts on the rooftop, gradually building speed. Distance from here to the egg tower is about 30 meters. We wouldn't make the jump if we weren't going fast enough. I focused on accelerating and then...
Ready?
Oh god, this is crazy.
Hold on tight!
What building is this? Once I'd broken 100 kilometers per hour, I quit making circles and went for the jump. I sped towards the makeshift ramp we made from metal sheets, accelerating harder as I got closer. I was 15 meters to the ramp, but I closed the distance in a moment. Oh god. Whoa, this is cool. See? And then we were launched into the air. We pierced the cold dark of the evening. I felt myself breaking through the dense walls of air. This must have been what it felt like to be a stunt. Riding my graper nearly 100 meters above ground felt so unreal that I couldn't believe there weren't any cameras around. Don't worry, you're fully on screen here in our world. We slowly began to lose speed. Then I felt like we were floating. I could feel my stomach rising. That's scary. I felt her raising her gun behind me. She aimed right ahead of us.
Come on!
Hit! One of the egg tower's big glass windows shattered. A moment later, my graper was inside the building. What the? I hit the brakes the moment we landed. We skidded across the floor, leaving thick tire tracks behind us. Yeah, imagine they just crossed out. A giant pillar in front was getting real close, real fast. But I brought the graper to the stop right in front of the wheel touched it. Oh my god. How does the accomplice not know that?
That was easy.
That was crazy. I mean, how did the accomplice not like notice that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like
it
just
was
activated when he-
nothing.
As he climbed out the Graper, Iroha and Rico sailed in through the same window with them. They're all wild. Their landing was a lot more graceful.
Sorry for the wait.
Oh, Iroha was so badass. Her expression was as relaxed as ever. It was like the possibility of failure had never crossed her mind.
Dude!
She must have been used to pulling off crazy stunts like this. Yeah, Iroha looks like she is a wild person. Anyway, now that we made it onto the 31st floor of the Egg Tower, we could finish our climb into the helicopter on foot. Helipad. Not helicopter. What am I saying, guys? What am I saying? Oh, God. Poor Wind. He's not doing this manually, is he?
You can do it, Windy.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Yomi? Wind had made it to the 24th floor and turned on the analog clock. His next task was removing the rubble, which meant climbing an outside ladder. Oh, poor guy. On his belt was a small electric hammer he'd brought at an electronics stores right before closing time. He needed a tool for the job. Oh God. I'm scared for him. Strong winds blowing from the Shinjuku crater battered him.
Come on! Why'd the wind have to pick up now?
I would panic if that was
kind of thing!
He clung to the ladder and waited for the air to calm.
All right.
He continued his climb when it seemed safe. But the moment he did... No! The rung he stepped on shattered and his body swung sideways. He kept himself from falling. Oh no, he lost the No! But the electric hammer on his belt detached and fell to the bottom of the ladder. There was 7 minutes until the plan began. Wind clambered back down to retrieve his hammer. Oh God. This is so intense. Using the debris-laden emergency stairwell, we somehow made it to the top. The door to the helipad swung wide open, and a cold wind was blowing from outside. We couldn't see any of the victims from here, though. We had 4 minutes left before it was time to put our plan into action. I told them all about the Operation Analog on the way, but since we had time, I figured I'd run it by them again. Is it gonna say?
Alright, let's go through this one last time.
Okay.
First, Bombi, Rico, and I will head onto the helipad with our BMI off so the perp doesn't realize we're there.
Won't they realize we're their flashy outfits and these lights on their shoulders? I don't know.
Nice of you to volunteer us for this part.
The plan starts the moment the hands on the MTT building's clock line up at exactly midnight.
And that's when I should turn on my BMI, right?
Yeah, you'll join the Li-Fi network and get infected with the pool hack virus. Once you've done that...
I can use the Argos app to pinpoint the perpetrator, since I have a wired connection with Bombi.
And when you figure out who it is, you'll shout the perp's number. Did you memorize your hack, Polon?
Yeah, somehow.
We couldn't figure out who the perp was just by looking, so we'd assign numbers to everyone on the helipad. Oh, that's a lot of memorization. I couldn't remember all the numbers for myself, so I split them with Rico. I memorized the numbers of the 27 people on the left of the helipad, and she got the rest.
Alright, take this sealing device.
Bombi handed me something that looked like an earmuff.
When you put this over an ear with a carrier node attached, it forces the person's BMI to shut down. Once someone has it on, they can't take it off either. So there's no way they'll be able to restart the pool hack.
The CCO's got a new toy, huh?
Using this will be easier than grabbing the perp's carrier node, so it should work out okay.
Yeah, it'll help. I owe ya. How's it going, Wind? Wind?
Oh God. I called him using BMI, but he didn't respond. Did something happen?
Come on, just watch.
Okay, he's like, you're using it too much.
There's no time. Let's start the plan.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm a little worried. For now, all I could do is trust Win and go through the operations analog. I am just a bit worried here. I'd have to deal with any hiccups when they happened. Meaning loading? I turned off my BMI and stepped out in the helipad with Bombi and Rico. Wait, that means I can't load. A little worried. Cause the helipad looked like it, just like it had on the news. 56 victims standing around, absentmindedly looking towards the Shinjuku crater. Even from the side, I could tell their faces were blank and they weren't actually seeing anything. The three of us crouched, hiding behind the victims so the perps wouldn't see us. Really? We looked across the MTT building through their legs. How does the perp not see them? The analog clock was working. The hour and minute hands had begun moving to the correct position. Okay, so it worked. And stopped at 12:59. Win actually did it. I couldn't see Bombi and Rico from here, but they must have noticed it too. In silence, we watched as the clock hands met. That was when. Oh. I heard a voice coming from the other side of the open door, outside Li-Fi range. That was one of my numbers. 17 was standing on the outer side of the crowd, near the edge of the helipad. I looked to his position and saw a man looking around, startled by the sound of Irha's voice. That had to be him. Zigzagging between the victims, I dashed towards him as fast as I could. His carrier node was in his right ear. I took out the sealing device and slapped it onto his ear.
Shit! What is this?
I noticed the light returning to people's eyes. Yay! Bombi was talking when I'm eating. I'm so hungry, guys. I'm so hungry. Bombi, who's standing at the back, started blinking too. She looked at me.
We did it!
Yay!
Awesome!
We stopped the pool hack.
You motherfucker!
Why is he so mad? Who is he? The perp glared at me and punched me square in the jaw. I staggered backwards. I found my footing after a few steps, but... Oh no! I'd run out of room to stand. There was no! The words wouldn't come. One of my feet had already stepped off the edge of the... No! The other followed right after. No! I didn't have time to grab onto anything. All I could do was fall. Turn your BMI back on. Don't tell me that was game over. What the fuck happened? Huh? While we waited at the entrance, something impossible happened before us. They saw Pollen falling, didn't they?
Wait. You?
Is that Kent? It's Kent! I feel like it's him. Oh my god. I felt the wind pushing against my back. It was making my clothes flutter. As a I can't talk and eat at the same time. As the helipad got further and further away, I looked for any way to survive this. Turning your freaking BMI on. I reached out, hoping to grab on a piece of rope that might be dangling down like a lifeline. I flailed my legs, hoping they might catch on the news drone buzzing around. My BMI was flickering back on, but it didn't look like it'd be workable before I hit the ground. Shoot. Out of all the times to not be able to load, I had no redos, no outs, no takebacks. I was going to die. My thoughts left my mouth as screams. I didn't want to die yet. I couldn't die yet. There were still things I needed to do. How did she do that? It was Juno. I couldn't believe it. She had appeared in front of me so suddenly, like when she used her quantum teleportation. But this had to be a hallucination. Momo had Juno's carrier node. And even if Juno had it, there's no way she used it to help me. The hallucination kicked off the egg tower's wall, launching itself towards me. I felt like I was watching an action film. Maybe she saw her brother and she's like, oh wait, you helped him up here, so I'm gonna save him? I don't know. This was some weird ass end of life vision. Oh Jesus. Oh my god. What is happening? Juno held me. She had to be real. Her touch had a human warmth. And the scent of her perfume was so intense I almost choked on it.
Con anima. With soul.
Huh. The moment I heard those words, I found myself standing on the surface. That's wild. My knees were shaking. It was a struggle to stay standing. That was when my BMI finished booting.
Are you okay? Did you fall off the helipad?
Yeah, but Juno helped me.
Oh my god, Juno did something nice for once? And not psychotic?
I saw you fall off on the live broadcast.
Takaoka, you good, bud?
Polly! Are you alive? Hey, Polly! Polly!
Well, we can still contact you, so I guess you're all right.
Yeah, kinda.
Dang. Tons more people called to check if I was okay. Apparently, a news drone had captured my fall on film.
We got the perp. The victims are unharmed. Besides you falling off the helipad, the plan was a complete success.
Nice.
Good to hear.
And you know what? I feel like everything was pretty smooth this time. Like, I don't think we had any game overs recently. I don't remember having game over, so we were able to complete this quest with no game overs. I'm happy with that. I calmed myself down by taking a bunch of deep breaths. Whew, I honestly thought I was gonna die. I sure hadn't expected Juno to save me. A message from Cicada 3301. Kent Kurohisa was dead, but this Cicada was still alive. Is this a time travel thing? It was time to figure out what was going on with Cicada's identity. I shared my visions with symphonies and opened up the message. Amadeus? Is that Steingate thing?
That's...
Is that the one where it shows like the not the like a replica of the person, but it's not the actual person? I don't know. A video recording appeared on my BMI. I hit play.
I am Cicada 3301, an AI operating on an independently modified Amadeus system framework.
Oh my god. Did Juno see this or something?
Kent Kurohisa was the name of my original.
Oh, okay. So Kent is dead, but he left this thing. That's interesting. Clear chapter 7. Okay.
Polon Takaoka.
Kent.
I finally found you. For years, I have been on a quest for a person who would meet my criteria.
Dang. I wonder what's happening. But anyways, I just had to say that Kent looks freaking beautiful and amazing and handsome in person.
By which I mean
not in person,
either
but you know
a
what I mean.
highly intelligent individual or someone who has been contacted by a being often referred to as God or Holy Mother. Not spiritual concept, but rather observer.
Observer?
Let's hear him out.
Why did he feel the need to specify that?
Holy Mother?
It was Momo who had been contacted by the Virgin Mary, not me. Did Cicada have us mixed up? Is Observer me?
You're interested too, aren't you?
Although, God, Holy Mother, Observer, for some reason, hearing those words reminded me of you, Anon. That's why I'm trying to bring this up.
Let's hear him out.
I was aware that you were searching for me. Thus, allow me to preemptively answer your question of, is there a way to circumvent the end?
Hell yeah!
That was exactly what we wanted to know.
In short, yes, the end can be averted.
Okay, we like that. All that hard work just to get to here,
I am
man.
currently working on it, and I will share it with you when the time comes.
Not this man being secretive again.
But there is something that must be dealt with beforehand.
What could he mean by that?
I have seen the fate line before, and it showed a certain prediction. If I were to summarize it, then a calamity will appear prior to the end of the world, bringing further suffering and despair to humanity already faced with the end. It is as indicated in the Book of Revelation. If the onset of this calamity is not halted, the plan I am currently developing to avert the end will be for naught. As for the nature of said calamity, it is this individual.
Don't show me it's Momo. What? No! Was it because he was trying to do something with the Earth Simulator?
Asuma Soga. He is the head researcher at the Guy Institution,
God.
in charge of the Guy QCDC and their Earth simulator, Gaia. The child will contort into a calamity.
What does that mean?
That is what the fate line foretold. And the
predestined day is approximately a week from now, January 8th.
To be more specific, the moment that will prompt his transformation is immediately following the death of his mother, Miori Soga.
Huh. So we gotta prevent his mom's death to prevent him, whatever, and ending the world?
Polan Takaoka, I require that you protect Miori Soga and prevent Asuma Soga from becoming the prophesized calamity.
Is it because like his mom died and he's like, I have this thing that could read the future, yet it couldn't stop her death. Oh, this thing is useless. I'm gonna use all my rage to kill all of humanity.
You are a contactee, meaning that you possess a miraculous power that should make this possible. Good luck.
That was where the message ended. That is a lot to take in. Holy shit. It took a lot to hide it, but I was so damn hyped. Cicada finally reached out to me directly. There was something I needed to confirm first, though.
Miss Lid, are Amadeus versions of people the same as their originals?
I wouldn't say so, no. An Amadeus person diverges from their original. The memories they form after their creation are all their own. It depends on when Kent Korihisa made his own Amadeus, but you should think of this version as a different person. If you want to know more, though, you should ask Kurisu.
Right now, it didn't matter whether Cicada Thithiowen was the original Kent Korihisa or an Amadeus version. The original might have been dead end, but the Kent Korihisa who was coming up with the quest was still alive, which was good news for us. I didn't know why he got gone out of his way to send me a video instead of just contacting me directly, but whatever.
You heard him, right? He said there's a way to save the world. We did it, Momo.
Aww. Momo's expressions were bright, but then she lightly slapped her cheeks as if to focus.
We've really come a long way.
Like, is this reality? Am I not dreaming?
We should do what Kent Korihisa tells us. Things should work out all right. I'm sure we'll accomplish our mission in time.
It kind of sounded like she was trying to convince herself. So I said,
hell yeah, we will.
Yeah. Hearing the resolves in Momo's words, I nodded. Man, that's a lot of saves we made. We were in the year 2038, just over a month away from the day the world was projected to end. Oh yeah, and now it's past New Year's, so... okay. It's 2038 now. Well, I think this is a good point to stop because we just finished the quest, and I feel like this is a good point to stop before we go on to the next mission or whatever of protecting Asuma's mother from dying or something like that. And I wonder what her death is, but we will find out. This is a good place, good ending, and good place to stop. I will catch you all next time. Bye!